Yes, people, welcome back to DR Sports, a very crucial, important weekend preview. This one with myself, AGT. We've got Matthijs, the MVP from Monday's show. We've also got the Don, Robert, and of course, we've got Culture Cams in the building. Big round of applause for our guests.
Yeah, bro, my name's not no Robert, yeah? You may be able to do that with Matisse, yeah, but right, with this Robert thing, you better start ending now, yeah?
It's expressions, I get it from expressions when he calls you. How are we? Are we all good?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah.
You a bit nervous for Sunday?
Nah, not really. No.
He's a top red.
No, really, I'm not really that nervous. You know what I mean? It's going to be a good game, but no, not real nervous right now.
All right, we'll get into it. We'll see how nervous you are when it comes down to the score prediction, I'm sure. If you're just joining us now live, make sure you smash that like button, get your comments in, get your score predictions in. We've got all 10 games to go and preview, and then subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Do not forget that this video is, of course, brought to you by the one and only FairPlay, right? The app that allows you to bet with your friends and hold them accountable for those head-to-head bets. Everyone's got that friend who's always giving it the talk. Well, with FairPlay, you can get them to put their money where their mouth is. It's as simple as deciding on the bet, locking in the funds and paying out to the winner. FairPlay are offering new users who download the app today a sign-up of £5 free using the code DR Sports in one word. This can be used on peer-to-peer bets with your mates, but also you can enter the sweepstake with that £5 as well. We've all entered the Manchester United and Liverpool first goal sweepstake. £150 cash is the prize pot, and we'll let you know what our goal timings are. Later on in the show, we'll be hoping that you guys can get involved as well. We have a poll up. Have you liked the video? Yes, and doing it now. So make sure you vote in that as well. Let's get into it then, shall we? Let's waste no time. It's the big one. It's the biggest game in English football. In my opinion, it always will be, no matter what anyone says.
Brighton.
What anyone says. Of course, it's Manchester United versus Liverpool at Old Trafford. It's a horrible game for both fans to watch. The nerves, the importance of it, the bragging rights. Erik ten Hag's record against Liverpool stands at 1 win, 2-1, drawn 1 and lost the other one. Anyone remember the score?
Is that the 7?
7-0.
I don't remember
7-0.
Well,
just in case you forgot, 7-0 that was. How he still here is unreal. Arne Slot's first Premier League derby in charge. How will he get on? That remains to be seen. So let's start with Matisse as the neutral on the diary room, which if you haven't watched that, it's a new feature that we're doing. It's wicked, isn't it, Rob?
It's
good.
Good.
Wicked. All the truth comes out, doesn't it? Yeah, what we think of each other. You said on that you were hoping for a Liverpool romp in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
What?
Yeah, because...
That's what he said.
Because,
why are you hating, bro?
Well, there's many reasons.
Because the Mud Brothers fraternity have discarded him.
I've got Conference League duties tonight because of you.
Yeah, good.
That's a big reason.
What, you didn't watch along for that as well, yeah?
Of course, you'll be there. But also...
We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also...
5 o'clock kickoff, that one.
Just logistically, I'm thinking, who do I expect to be the better team this season? Liverpool. I think Liverpool will be in the Champions League. Man United are a lot more of an uncertainty. So if I can have Man United drop points, my team is close to top 4. I'm ready to start early days, August. I'm not here playing games. They are a top 4 rival, and only one place left in my opinion. So
is it more that you're hurt because the Mud Brothers fraternity has turned their back on you?
Well, they always do this. He did it, Flex did it, KG did it.
They get above their station.
Saeed did it. They all get above their station. Oh, we don't talk to you anymore. and then they finish on a minus goal difference and finish behind us in the table. Recover the season with an FA Cup.
Yeah, thank you. Mention that, bro. Mention that.
But again,
mention the trophy.
Again, this season, we've started with Manchester City. Put that into context, but I don't think they've looked too different from last season. So I just think with Manchester United, we've got a little bit of a Mud Brother rivalry going on. Maybe I'll walk away from the table and say, actually, I'm not talking to you guys this season. Hopefully, if Osimhen comes in or Tony, you never know. I might not be talking to these guys this season. I might be talking to Spurs and all these other guys. So, we'll see.
Robbie, there's been some activity from both teams in the window in the last, for us, the last day. It's about time. Obviously, United are looking to bring in Ugart. Do you think any of the new signings for either team will feature, start, impact the game?
Probably not start, maybe on the bench. I think both signings are good. You know what I mean? Ugart, you know what I mean? I think you guys need a defensive midfielder. He's a guy who loves a tackle, loves to, It's whether how quick he'll be able to adapt, because he didn't do very well at PSG. That's the only thing, you know what I mean? People got to remember that. He's not really pulled it up there, but if he delivers, you know, new environment, and that'd be a good sign-in for them, because they needed a DM. And the Chiesa one, I was saying to you outside, I mean, you know, for that price, I'm just... Listen, when I've seen him over the years, he's been a top player, right? But he's had lots of injuries. I'm still surprised that nobody else has gone in for him. He's been available all summer. And it's come right down to the wire that, you know, Liverpool have taken him. It's been a surprise to me, because it's like Arsenal need a winger. Loads of teams need a wide player. We see how important wide players are nowadays in football. It's just a surprise. So... the way Juventus got him out as well, like he was a golden boy a couple of years ago. So I'm just like, is there something up with this guy, or
I don't want to?
It's weird. Know, but if he delivers on what I've seen in the past, that's a great. I mean, for like 15 million, that's a snip.
Well, it's actually 10.7 and then 2.5 million in add-ons. So that's the official one. But
last time someone pushed Italy, out of Italy so quickly. FairPlay was the sponsor, so I hope that's not going to be an issue. I'm just saying, you know, I hope I ain't going to see some headlines in a couple weeks. You know, brother can't play for 9 months.
That's true.
So
I'm just like, I'm baffled.
It took me a while.
As I said, I'm baffled because he's been available all summer. Yeah. And you know, as I said, he's quality. I don't know, you know, he won't play. You know, Salah will play. So
he's coming as Salah's deputy almost.
Yeah.
Cams, when you look at the attacking lineup that Liverpool have got now, and we'll get on to United, but on the right you could have Salah or Chiesa, through the middle Nunez or Jota, Gakpo and Diaz on the other side. I mean, Liverpool fans, even to this minute, are still hoping that another maybe CDM or a defender comes in. But in terms of the attack, it could be scary. Could be scary.
I think Liverpool in attack, I've always been blessed, to be honest, for quite a while, even under Klopp. I mean, Jota coming back in fit massively changes the dynamics of your attack. Because if you had just said that attack, but you said it's Nunez, no disrespect to Nunez, but you'll start looking underwhelmed and stuff. But you just kind of know that Salah, he's going to do what he does. And now you have another one that I think you can rely on no matter what in Jota, because he's going to score goals. Jota in a full season, I'm expecting him to score maybe 15 Premier League goals in a full
he
healthy
got 10
season.
In 20 games last year.
There we go. Do you know what I mean? So that's two kind of reliable ones. And then Luis Diaz is a bit of the wild card. You don't really know what you're going to get with him sometimes, but he's going to excite the fans. He's going to get everyone up. And on transition, as you saw the other day, he could be deadly. So Liverpool attack's always been a problem. It's always been a problem. So adding Chiesa, it's a low-risk gamble, I would say. It's a low-risk gamble. But at the same time, you know, just the same way everyone was a little bit concerned with maybe how Ligt was allowed to leave Bayern Munich, or how some players have left clubs, like Ugarte, for example. I think you might have to have them question marks with Chiesa too, because, I mean, after the Euros, if I said 10 million, you would have said, add a couple more zeros on that. You know what I mean? £100 million.
Well, they rejected an 84 million bid in 2021.
There we go. So for him to,
that's crazy.
2-3 years later, be leaving for 10 million, maybe the injuries really have taken a toll on him, you know? So maybe that's a little bit of a worry.
Laptop nerds in the hot seat at Liverpool have pulled it off again.
Hold on.
Let's wait and see. Slow down there, buddy.
Let's see. We got
slow down, brother.
We got 9 mil from Solanke going to Tottenham as a little sell-on clause. So that's paid for that.
At the moment, it looks great.
No, of course.
But it's not 2021. It's 2024.
That's a good shout as well, Robert.
So,
you know, that's true.
Right, you're on this Robert thing again. I'll stay there. All right.
But Rob,
final warning.
If it's a Chiesa that we know,
could be a madness.
Brilliant deal.
Yeah.
But you know,
on United's side, you know, obviously the season has been mixed so far. Do you expect Ligt to maybe come in and start this game? Do you expect maybe a couple more changes?
Yeah, so you know what it is, So I was saying, regardless of, Maguire had a very good game against Fulham, but I was like, get Ligt in, because I want him warm for Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? I want him warm for Liverpool. And everyone's like, no, you've got to keep Maguire in the team. And it's no disrespect to Maguire, but we know we signed this guy to be a starter, and Maguire is going to be a backup. So it's only one game into the Premier League season. Like, everyone was talking about like merit, but it's like, it's only the first game of the season. I think he should have put Ligt in for the second game And
because he brought him on as a sub late.
Ligt came on,
10 minutes.
Didn't really make sense.
Yeah, don't try and make it like it's Delikt's fault. Well, this guy's trying to make it like it's Delikt's fault.
He's a centre back, isn't he?
Everything was fine till he came on.
Everything was running neatly, right? Ligt come on.
No, my
bang.
God. You see,
you lose the game.
You see, this is an agenda, right?
No, agenda is facts.
No, but it's an
Is that not a facts?
Yeah, it's a fact.
It's 1-1.
But
Ligt comes
was it his
on.
fault? Was it his fault?
Ligt comes on.
It's not his fault, though. It's not his fault.
It's the aura.
Where was it?
Oh, look at that.
It's the aura that he brings.
He wasn't there. He wasn't there. But it's got nothing to do with him. It's got nothing to do with him. But
The goal was round about the centre.
no.
How he plays as a centre back.
Lack of communication.
Hey, listen, it would have been 2-1 if Maguire was playing as well. You can't blame it on
The
Ligt.
thing is, so that's the thing. I want
Hold on,
Ligt
wait.
in there.
Sorry to cut you there, right? You can't necessarily say that because one thing about Maguire, he's a leader, isn't he? He's a captain. He organises that back. Whereas Ligt, I'm not saying Maguire's better than Ligt. Ligt's just coming in new, fresh. You're not really used to. That's why, to me, I was a bit baffled when that substitution was made at 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, I see Arsenal, they bought on Calafiori. They're winning 2-0. They bought him on. Sometimes it's still, the game's not won yet. Is that the time to say, right, we're going to warm up this guy to get him in the thing at 1-1? That, you know, he's an organiser. You know, he's an international player. He's an organiser. Would it have been like that if he had still been on the pitch? That's what I'd say.
It was in the game state. It was a bit of a weird sub. You know, even against Fulham, it worked out against Fulham when he came on. Not again, it's not because of him, but we won the game. But even that sub, I was like, okay, bringing on Ligt, 10 minutes to go. I'm not really understanding what's going on. And Ten Hag basically treated Fulham and Brighton as the same.
Yeah.
So that didn't make sense to me. He did the same subs. He brought on Nacho and he brought on Ligt. And I was like, you're doing the exact same thing. You don't get Fulham, but this time we got punished for it. So I would want Ligt to start, but now it's kind of feeling like a baptism of fire. We just lost our game. Now we're going against Liverpool who are purring. I'm like, wow, this is a bit of a tough situation to put him in. I actually don't think he's going to start. I don't think he will.
Yeah, for a Liverpool perspective, again, like you said, it seems like a good time to play United. The key word there is seems, because how many times last season did I say, what a time to play them, and we couldn't get anything over the line against you last year. So that complacent, or not the complacency is not the word.
Bro?
Yeah.
I'm mad!
Got sent off actually for taking
For
his
that,
shirt
yeah,
off. So well done. Couple of stats for you. United have won just one of the last 12 Premier League meetings with Liverpool.
Really?
Drawing 5, losing 6, beating them 2-1 at Old Trafford in the third game in the 22-23 season. Liverpool have lost just one of the last 6 Premier League games away at United. And this is a weird one, right? Since Fergie's retired, United have lost 13 of their 35 Premier League games played in September.
Does he always read out stats before games like this?
No.
Or they just because they favour Liverpool?
hating.
No,
Yeah.
I could,
He's
well,
hating.
at the minute, listen,
I'm just asking.
the stats are the stats.
Wouldn't have heard about these
Stats are the
stats.
stats.
really.
I've just never heard
are
you
the
read
stats.
bad stats for Liverpool.
It's true.
Oh,
So
well,
detailed, isn't it?
Yeah, like,
detailed.
it's very interesting.
That's all
analysis
Google's
that you're
given
bringing
me.
to the
That's all
table today.
Google's given me.
You're Googling now.
Yeah,
So those
for
stats
sure.
weren't given to you before the
No, they weren't on the sheet.
Oh, so
Right.
you've,
I've
so
actually
you,
added them
they
into
weren't
the
on the
show.
sheet.
I've
You've
gone and
Googled
found
those
these.
facts
Yeah,
I have.
yeah.
and added those in.
He just
Yes.
wanted to, yeah.
Just there. But listen, stats are stats, right? As we know, United, I will always say this, it is still, I believe, in terms of tradition and all that, still the hardest place to go in the Premier League. What happens if, well, in terms of
harder than
tradition, maybe,
City's the hardest place to
do you
go.
know what I mean though, right? Traditionally, people would say, oh, United away, it's a horror show. Now, let me ask you 2 questions. If United win this game, what's the feeling like after that in terms of, have you forgotten about that Brighton loss? And if you lose the game, what's the feeling going to be like then?
If we lose, I think it could get a bit toxic. I'm
Quite
not gonna
quickly.
lie. Yeah,
Really?
very quickly, because I think a lot of fans went into the end of the season. Obviously, we had our worst ever season last year. We went into it and then we won the FA Cup, and then it was like the Men in Black. Like, you know what I mean? Everyone forgot. Bam! You know what I mean? Flash. We didn't know what happened. But then now if we go and lose 2 of our first 3, it's just going to be a little bit like deja vu. Like, oh, so we haven't improved. Oh, so we are the same team. Oh, so there's going to be panic, 100%. You can't. When you lose your 2 of your first 3, you're looking like you're going to have a tough season, like competitively, especially when last year we were basically out of just contention of anything serious by like November. it was like, what's the point of this season at that point? So if that happens again, and there's a lot of talk, Van Nistelrooy is there, and Ineos, we're looking for a manager, I do think it could get toxic quite quick. But if we win, just like Man United fans, I said, bring it out.
How long did that last though for?
Listen, and we go again. That's what happens. Do you know what I mean?
It's true.
So, look, you win a derby. I remember going into that FA Cup game against you. It was doom and gloom, and then, honestly, you win against Liverpool. And it's like, it's such a good feeling. But I won't forget, and let me tell you guys that I won't forget. But I don't think
you got FCM
if we
straight
win,
after, right?
Yeah.
That'll be good. So maybe watch it anyway. To be honest, just watch it anyway.
So if we win, I think it's gonna be euphoria, but it'll just be like, go on, okay, just continue. Can we build on it? Because knowing Man United, we can win and then lose our next one. That's the type of team we are. So let's see.
Matisse, that fixture for me, I know the cliche is, on Derby Day, the form book gets thrown out the window. This applies to this game so much for me because, as I said, last year we were purring to go there and it didn't work out for us. Do you feel like it is that ground where no matter how well they're playing on a big night, on a big day, they can get up for it?
Yeah, I mean, I've predicted Liverpool wins in previous years purely because they are the better team. Man United haven't been good defensively, and Liverpool are brilliant on transition. So from a matchup standpoint, where Man United are under pressure to not cave in, and they do kind of have to show a little bit of attacking intent, it does play into Liverpool's hands. But Man United, like you said in this fixture, you can't write them off because the intangibles are just going to be overwhelming. I assume the crowd is going to be up. The players are going to be up. There's no McTominay this time, which is a bit of a concern because, McTominay loves a game like this. I remember the Anfield, I think they drew 0-0. McTominay was on it that day. He was everywhere.
I think he scored last season.
Yeah, so I think for Man United, it's just, can they avoid all of the issues that they have and just turn up for that given day? Whereas Liverpool, they're going to be in the game 100%, and if they're at their best and Man United don't come to the table, they could give them a 3 or 4. But
Ten Hag's got to show slots something. I mean, like, don't forget who was the big daddy in the Netherlands. Yeah, don't forget that it was Ten Hag. You know what I'm saying? It was Ten Hag.
That was then, bro.
Don't forget that. That's what I'm saying. He's got to show him, like, hey, there's still
big sausage.
You want him to do the whole pat on the top of their head.
I paved the way for the bald Dutch thing here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
not very well. To be honest.
Yeah, but I've collected 2 trophies in 2 seasons. Do you know what I mean? So he's got to show him the levels, man. You can't let him come to Old Trafford and school him. That would be embarrassing.
Gus Hiddink is still clear for me.
You start getting all these quotes from Van der Vaart and Van Basten and all these guys getting on there. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that.
Robbie, this is Slot's first massive, huge, seismic test as a Liverpool manager. If he goes into this game with the same team that he's gone with, i.e., obviously Konate will come in and stay there, but Gravenberch and McAllister and Szoboszlai in midfield, knowing that you've still got, the likes of Harvey, Curtis, etc. to come on, and Endo as well. If he does get through this test, does that send out a huge message to the rest of the challengers, i.e. you and City, to say that we ain't playing no games?
I think Liverpool have probably started the best out of all 3 teams, so they've looked very impressive in their first couple of games. They're impressive in pre-season, right? It's all going well for them at the moment. So this is the big one, though. This is a big step up for Slot. Biggest. If he was to get a win, like you said, it's a massive statement. It's a bit like the game last week for us against Villa, the Arsenal game. That was huge. We made a statement in that game. This is similar. Like, if you guys go away to United and get a win, it's a massive statement. I personally think, my prediction on the game, I think it'll be a draw. I just get that feel. I don't think United will lose.
KG.
And I just think it's going to be a tight game. I think Ten Hag, we know in these games, man, he puts people behind the ball and it's counter-attack. So I expect Liverpool to be on the attack and counter-attacking to come from Manchester United. But it's a tough, like you said, one thing about United, when it comes to these type of games now, they step up. They step up to the plate. I'd start Garnacho though, man. To me, Garnacho, that's been the one that's been baffling me. You can see that Rashford's not really performing at the moment. I'd start Garnacho. On the counter-attack, he's excellent. You know what I mean? So, but I think it's going to be a really tight game in that it's not easy to go there and get a win. when, you know what I mean, it's funny enough, sometimes some of the smaller clubs might do better.
Yeah.
But when United know it's a big game at home, and it's Liverpool, they're going to be stepping up gears for this game. So this is the big test for Slot. And it's come early.
Super early,
But-
third game in. We've asked you in the chat, in the poll, predictions, Man United win or a draw or a Liverpool win. So far, 2,000 votes are in. 30% think Man United win, 20% think draw, and 50% think Liverpool will win that game. Let's get your score predictions then, Matthijs, and then we'll crack on.
This is tough, man.
It's a tough one to predict.
I do think Liverpool are, head and shoulders better than Man United, but I've been bit by this one before. I'm gonna go with a 2-1 Liverpool win. But,
Oof, all right.
anything could happen in this. I easily could see Man United winning this game.
Yeah, do you know what? It's such a weird kind of matchup, right? Because on paper, it's just this one team that are head and shoulders, like you said. But I can see you winning 2-1. I could see a 3-3.
Yeah.
I could see us winning 4-1.
Yeah.
There is no...
Stop bottling it, man. And give
No, honestly. But this is all the things
That's
I
our
can
big
see.
friend, you know what I mean? It's a derby, man. Put your thing down and say what's going on.
Liverpool 2-1 win. But I wouldn't be
2-1.
surprised if you won. I wouldn't be surprised if it
It's
was a
covering
draw.
off now, look.
No, but you know what I mean by that,
I know
right?
what you mean. I know what you mean.
Like you won 4-3 last year, 2-2. But we won 7-0.
I think this might be the hardest game in the country to predict.
Yeah.
I'm going 2-2 draw.
Draw.
Right,
That's what you'd like as an Arsenal fan. As
No,
well,
it's just not even what I like. It's early in the season, man. So but I just what I feel. I just feel that I just feel it is a difficult place to go to. I feel a 2-2 draw, and I think if it did end up in that way, both teams would probably go away reasonably happy. It's not easy to go to United. I've seen it over the years. Arsenal, we've been there. United have kind of been in the mud, but they step up for these games.
Yeah.
And whatever you think about Ten Hag, they've got quality players. If a Bruno's on it, or players like that, it's a problem.
It's Rashford for me. If Rashford was on form, I
wouldn't start him, man. He ain't on no
But the
form.
thing about Rashford, in these games is
If he
that
was on
Rashford's out of form. Like if it was, if we're
Scored
playing,
a banger last year. I just remembered.
if we're playing a random team if we were playing a random team this weekend, I'd say drop Rashford. But these big 6 games, bad form or not, I mean, I remember against Man City, he drops a player tribune saying like, don't doubt my loads. Then bangs a screamer from like 25. And I'm like,
Great goal.
Scored against us.
Scored against
He
you
does
guys.
score there. When I think
true.
about it,
It's
he
true.
does.
Turns up for these ones,
It's
and then he might score against Liverpool and then not score
then
for 7
goes.
weeks.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the type of guy he is. So
Yeah.
I think that's actually Ten Hag's biggest decision there. Like, do you
because
start
Garnacho's
Rashford
not
in
great
this one?
from the start, is he?
He's okay, but
better off the
Garnacho's
bench.
better off the right.
Yeah.
So we everything we saw of Garnacho last season where he was good was off the right, and now we're saying bring him in to start ahead of Rashford off the left. Where
Ahmad's
on the
playing
left
on
we
the
were
right though.
underwhelmed. So
Yeah.
it's a bit of a tough one there. I've been changing my scores per platform I've been on, so I can
Inside scoop.
Do you know what I mean? Spread bet. So I'm gonna go to Manchester United on this one.
Doesn't
I'm just gonna
surprise
say, you know what?
He's a top
Why
rank.
not, man? You come to United, Old Trafford's gonna be rocking. And we need a result. We need to kind of burst your bubble a little bit. So I'm going to say we're going to be up for it. And I think you guys should all be supporting Man United.
What?
Let's be honest,
Look how
right?
desperate this
Let me
guy
tell
is.
you
I will not
This is
forget the way
shame.
he spoke on my club last
Shame.
season.
You guys should all be supporting. The Premier League is a better place when Man United are good.
What is this narrative?
Don't you agree?
I don't agree
No,
with
man.
this notion.
Bro,
It's way better
know
when
the
you're
good
shit.
days.
I don't-
You know about the
What
good
good
days.
days?
The good days of Man United Arsenal.
Man, I
Yeah,
prefer
they're
now.
long gone, bro.
The Premier
Watch
League.
it.
I like now.
Not that anymore.
Good days of Man United Chelsea. Do you
That
remember?
is shame. If I did that, that would be shameless.
Ever since Liverpool
I'd be getting
became
cooked
good,
if I
the
said
Premier League
this.
has been like.
I like the Man United of now. How about I enjoy this one?
I'm a big fan. I'm a
Like
big
last
fan.
week,
Big fan.
That United of last week, I enjoyed that United. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Yeah.
The Premier League is a better place for Man
So
United.
hang on, Cams has offered an olive branch to all of us and said, "Come on, guys,
Yeah,
you know
get
it, mate."
behind
And
Man
we've just
United.
gone, "Nah, mate,
Nah,
you must allow it."
joking, right.
No
I
way.
think Man United fans forget we know what they're like when they're winning.
Yeah.
We know what they're like when they're winning Premier League.
We don't
when they're
forget.
winning
And
that's
Champions
what
Do you
football is
think-
And I
about.
don't.
No,
I
no,
don't.
no,
Let me
no,
let me
no.
remind you,
I
Matisse.
don't
yeah?
wish for that.
Last-
KG with the soundboard.
Hey,
Are
this
you
is why.
crazy?
This is why I'm never
Flex.
backing you, man. Either, right? I ain't backing
Crazy.
it. No, I want you to lose.
Go on,
Listen,
crack
Yeah,
it.
go on.
Hey, let me get an example of when you want United to do all right. Right, last season,
Yeah.
right, FA Cup final. I'm like, I'm fed up of seeing City every minute is
Yeah,
City
yeah, yeah.
win. I go, you know what? Said to my daughter, I'd rather United win.
Throw him
this,
something.
Yeah, rather United. Go on, United won it. Soon as the game finished, my phone's ringing. Yeah, we had a better season than you, man. Why the fuck did I want these men to win?
Do you remember KG's
I
show?
wanted to lose everything, bro. I don't want these men to win nothing.
Good.
Right?
Do you remember KG's show? Man pulls up with the FA Cup on stage.
Yeah.
On stage.
Yeah.
Like,
No, man.
he scored the winner.
I prefer the United of now.
No.
I don't want to.
Cams, you're chatting to the three wrong people to try and get us
club in the
to.
country, you
Is
guys
Liverpool.
need.
No, I agree.
No. The biggest
I
club in
agree.
the country, you guys need. The Premier League needs to be successful.
no.
They need to be up there. We're the
I
most
think
talked about team.
I think the
we're
viewing
eighth.
figures are doing brilliant.
We're
right
eighth,
now.
and we're the most
do.
talked about team. Imagine
Hold
what
that,
if we're
bro.
winning. The Prem needs it.
No.
Need it.
I think the
no.
viewing
Let us
figures
know.
are
Ever
fine.
since Liverpool became good, the Prem has been a bit.
Do you know what?
There's been dominance of City. You know what I mean?
Shall we do a poll? Because I think, it's all very well asking us. We ain't giving you no love, yeah? So let's do a poll. Is the Premier League a better place when United are winning? Let me just guess, right? The percentages will be firmly in the no category, right? So we've got score predictions for all of this game.
get a poll
Good to
done.
see. Get them likes up as well, people. We're not at 1,000 yet. Next up, we're talking about Arsenal. But first and foremost,
Superchats. Loads coming in.
our friends at FairPlay, definitely not FairPlay, FairPlay are offering new users who download the app and sign up a free £5 bet using code DR Sports, right? It's very easy to sign up. This can be used on a peer-to-peer bets and also to enter sweepstakes with big prize pots up for grabs. We've all entered the Manchester United Liverpool first goal timing sweepstake, and we've got our randomly allocated timings on screen now. So this is quite interesting, right? Because Robbie has been given 48 to 49th minute, which if a goal goes in at that point, it can definitely change the game. Cam's 45 to half time. That is decisive.
Ahmad.
That is decisive, right? That can make or break a game too. Flex, he's gone early, right? 8th or 9th minute in that period there. Matisse, just after the hour mark on 65 to 66. And myself, well, I've got 78 to 79, right? And we all love a late goal, don't we? Especially away at Old Trafford. So that's what I'm going with. To get involved with us, it's very easy, right? Download the FairPlay app by clicking the link below, or there is a QR code on the screen. Another £150 cash prize pot is up for grabs, and it could be ours, or it could be yours, right? Select the Manchester United versus Liverpool first goal sweepstake on the homepage of the app. Very easy. Enter, pay the £2 entry fee, and you'll then automatically receive a randomly allocated time pick if the first goal of the game is scored in your allocated time. You win the prize pot. It's very straightforward, Rob. FairPlay are also running sweepstakes on a whole host of other sporting events this week. So download FairPlay app today and make sure you get involved, right? You must be in the UK and you must be 18 plus. Please gamble responsibly. Yeah. And if there's a goal between 78 or 79, you're going to be hearing about it on Monday morning, right? Because cash is coming. Should we get into Super Chat?
Yeah, I'll help you out with these. So let me do the first one there. Kurt says, with all these signings, surely Eric Ten Hag has to get to the top 4.
Oh, it's a good point, Kurt.
I mean, with all these signings, surely Maresca has to get to the top 4 now.
Deflection.
Oh,
though.
yeah, no.
Listen,
don't
my
deflect.
expectation is top 4, 100%.
Who?
Top 4.
Yeah,
for
my
us.
expectation is top 4 too. So
Nah,
yeah.
look at this.
Is this?
Come
Top
on,
4.
bro.
It is your manager's third season, I'd like to point out.
Yeah.
But, you know.
And
Dragon-
this man's never managed in the Premier League before.
That's what I'm saying.
Dragons Wing Shirt
Felix,
says, what's up?
30.
VR Sports. First it was the pack of wolves, then it was the strong village. Now what? The seagulls, the cannons will shoot them down. Rah.
Jeez.
Che says 7-0, the sequel, coming to the cinemas near you on Sunday.
Get over it.
I don't think I'll ever get over that,
Get
bro.
over it. You know
I don't
what I mean?
think I'll ever
Time's
forget
passed. Time's passed.
Shafe says we need the Saturday football show back.
Come on,
There's a
man.
lot- It's building. It's building. Clara Bitsy, big up Clara, says, Robbie, are you competing for a hat-trick of failed exclusives after your latest exclusives of Ivan Toney to Arsenal on transfer
She doesn't
daily?
forget, does she?
She don't forget nothing. Literally,
Nothing,
you'll forget Fabrizios.
Yeah.
You'll forget David Ornstein. Yeah, but if I get any wrong, listen, it's something that I heard. There's exclusive that I dropped, you know. What if it comes off then what? Yeah, what if it comes off then what? I want to find out, right? But
ITK.
listen, it's just something that I heard, you know what I mean? I'm not claiming to be no ITK. It's just something that, you know, from a very, very good source that,
Heinz.
you know, Arsenal have made an inquiry. So,
When's that? Recently?
What source was that? Heinz?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we'll find out whether it's Heinz or HP.
And not Harry Pinero either, HP source.
Barter 6 says, why do Prem teams keep recycling MCI players?
Man City.
Man City players.
I think it's a case of one man's trash is another man's gold.
Yeah. Patrick says, in the bin, Ineos.
In the Binios.
In the bin.
Hold that. They said they've not done enough this window.
Have they done enough? They spent a lot of money, haven't they?
I think they've done what they can.
What have they done? So, Agat,
Nagate,
Ligt.
Xerxes, Euro, Ligt.
That's a lot,
Roy,
man.
you should be
This guy's greedy, man.
Who am I missing?
You should be
There's somebody else
challenging,
that I'm
mate.
missing as well. There's one
The
more
right
as well.
back.
Oh, Mazraoui.
Mazraoui, come on, that guy's, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, they've backed
And that's
him. It's hard
5
to
good
back him.
players.
There's no
Backed him.
excuse
They've definitely
anymore.
backed him.
There's no excuse.
That's
Especially
5
after,
quality
after
players.
backing him, and then he
Yeah.
was obviously backed previously as well.
Yeah,
with his
there's no excuse.
definitely own signing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Shall I do the rest? One of one says, first LFC game, I'm going to Cop TV, get ready cams. In caps, that one as well. Clara, Robbie, are you aware that DR uploaded the clip wherein you saying you wouldn't exchange Martinelli for Mbappe, and you were way too serious when you said
Shut
it,
up. You
and
should
absolutely not joking.
You see that's a tongue-in-cheek.
Clara!
Clara, sorry, man. Watch it. You know, they're asking me. That's backing my guy, but come on, man.
Well, she's
Mbappe,
shooting shots at me next.
Mbappe's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
So I'd have him.
She's shooting shots at me now. I was laughing.
If you say you want Mbappe, people say you're deluded, women thing. If you say you're just because you know there's no chance of him coming, and you're
can't
like, no,
win,
man,
Rob.
I'll keep Martinelli, right?
win,
Then everyone
can
will start.
You cannot win. Clara
Martinelli.
then says, as it is the UCL draw day and AGT loves stats, so here's one for you, AGT. Are you worried about drawing Madrid, as Liverpool haven't won against Madrid for the last 15
Oh, there's a stat for
years?
you. There you go.
Who haven't
Is
won
that
against
fact?
Madrid for 15 years?
15 years.
Us, since we beat them
Since
4-0.
Gerrard and Torres.
That is-
Wow.
that
Don't
is
forget
wild.
Dosena with the
Dosena,
fourth.
yeah. That
Don't
was a good free
forget,
kick, innit?
the best Italian that's ever played.
Then he
for us.
scored next week. He scored a free kick against us.
No, that was Fabio Aurelio. And he scored a dink over.
Your left backs were moving
Yes.
around.
I'll do a
Yeah,
couple.
yeah,
Jay
it's
says
crazy.
Ivan Toney over Victor Osimhen, Matisse.
Yeah.
Who would you have?
Tony for me. Just
For sure
purely,
it's Tony.
Just purely because I think his overall game is safer bet. But
And
I
now
think-
Jay
I
Brown
think it
says,
is.
Matisse,
It is, but
if you man don't win against Kleenex FC tonight, believe you're going to get cooked
Kleenex
like when Cats went to Indiana Jones on you on the FCM pod.
when he started, he got the belt out, didn't he?
what's the score right
yeah,
now?
he went all-
2-0
yeah,
2-0 on aggregate we're
And he
leading.
tried to come back. And then we won the FA Cup. And
Listen,
Listen, you guys were shameless when you won the FA Cup, asking Arsenal if they had a better season. And if my team win the Conference League and neither of your teams win any European
looking
competition you're in, I'm just saying we're the third best team in Europe.
if you win the cup, bro,
if there's a Champions League winners, Europa League winners, Conference League winners.
you should do a Spurs.
So-
Don't turn up for your fixtures,
So,
man.
you
Do
just
you even get in the Super
you're-
Cup?
if you're not
you
winning
win?
your European trophy.
If I'm a Chelsea player on them big
You
money, right, and I won the Conference League, right, I wouldn't even turn up for the
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you should as Arsenal.
You know,
should. Give
you know
the
when
medal to the
they're giving you
fans.
the medals at the end. I'll just send a fan up. Go
Yeah.
pick up that.
I'd get
Give
that
it
from
to
United. United, Liverpool.
Make-A-Wish
Yo,
Foundation.
Brad, you go pick up that for me now.
I get that from United. I get that from teams with European heritage. I don't get that from Arsenal. I
Bro,
think,
even
I think
we've never been in that
Well,
competition.
you
so,
should
bro,
be in it
you know
if
what
you're
I
not
mean?
going to win your
That
Champions League.
competition
What was
is
the
a
score in
bit.
the Europa League final?
That competition, the Conference League, is a bit like
got you.
sports
Told
day
you.
at schools nowadays, where they just give everyone a thing.
Participation.
Give everyone
I
might
eat
need
that
that.
thing.
Go and
I
get
eat
one
that
then.
competition.
If you
Sorry.
go and get one, then innit?
I eat that competition. No, we'll never be in that to win that. We'll never be in that.
But if it was around a few years
never
ago,
be in
I think you would have been in it if it was
Yeah,
formed
yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
I think you would have
Never
been
be
in
in
quite a
that.
few
you
times.
finished 8th a couple times.
Don't forget where you come
be
from.
there.
Don't forget where you came
Arsenal
from.
will never be there. We'll never be there. Yeah, we ain't going in them.
Weren't you the team that missed out on
You
Champions
got
League?
play
for how long?
Kleenex, like the man said. Got play Kleenex FC.
How long were they out of
Serbia,
the Champions
man.
League for?
For a long.
Now they
for
think they
long.
just
was.
belong there?
We was
Yeah,
out
yeah.
for a while, bro, but we ain't never been in that
Round of
competition.
16 FC.
Kleenex.
Yeah, that's what
That Kleenex FC.
It's crazy. By the way, we have asked the poll. We've asked the chat, is the Prem better when United are winning? Just guess what you think the yes
I can imagine the
percentage is.
haters.
Bear in mind the audience that we have here on DR Sports, please.
They're haters, man. What is it?
What is it?
Just guess.
60%? 60%.
As in no.
no.
Right, it's 68% no and 32% yes. And that's again.
You lot enjoy this boring league with City winning it all. Enjoy it, man.
I don't
enjoy
want
it.
to play this card.
Enjoy it.
Just as long as it's not you. That's all right,
God.
Just some breaking news coming into us. Jadon Sancho's future negotiations over it continue. Juventus in talks over the loan deal with the buy clause. United wants specific conditions to be met, including salary coverage. Chelsea are also considering Sancho as an opportunity for a swap deal, including Sterling, but it's up to United. And then Rudy Galletti has just tweeted that Chelsea have apparently, according to him, reached a general understanding on personal terms with Victor Osimhen. The English club is ready to discuss a proposal with Napoli for the striker. More details to follow. That's, it's not much new news there, but Sancho, Sterling, bit of a Mexican standoff at the minute.
How many more forwards are they going to buy?
Who, Chelsea? I don't get the Sancho.
Where does Felix play?
Felix plays where he played against Wolves, coming off the bench, make an impact, get a goal. Same thing Chiesa's looking to do. Same thing many players are looking to do. Liverpool have 6 forwards.
You got 16.
I think they got 7.
No, I don't know.
Liverpool got 7.
Well, including Doak, yeah.
Pot 1 is where the champs are
Doak
made.
was
The true gauntlet says Barter 6
Doak.
Sorry, star boy,
What about Doak? Yeah.
Ben Doak hype.
Nah, you
now they
not
want
even
nothing.
old. He's 17. Relax.
Nah,
At least we give our academy a chance.
Bro, they don't blame
let me just finish
Where's
off
Trevor Chalobah at? Anyway,
Let me
Rob,
finish off these super chats. Me and AGT. United are 83 to 71 in terms of wins, and the other 60 games have been draws. Both teams have 68 trophies each.
I don't think that's true, but
Between
you have to check that stat.
Yeah.
Between United and
check it.
Liverpool.
Black Wolf says, Matisse, how do you feel about the Sancho rumour? Let me tell you, if Chelsea end up getting him, you're going to get annoyed with him like us United fans. I promise you, he's a weak mentality. That Dortmund spell don't mean
When's he
nothing.
going to play?
Look,
I don't get
he
why
won't.
you go from bench to bench.
Yeah, look, it's a deal that's...
We can go bench for bench.
It don't make any sense. Sterling's not going to do anything for us, and Sancho has a 5% chance of doing something for us. It's the same for United. Sancho's not going to do anything at United. Sterling has a chance of doing
Chelsea
something.
fan, I'd rather keep Sterling.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
The manager doesn't want him. So
Axel says
This is a good one.
Martin Jol paved the way for Dutch managers in the Premier League.
Dutch bold managers in the PR.
But he was like receding. He had a little thing going on there. You know what I mean?
He had the sunroof there.
Yeah.
Dragon says, you guys know the KSI song Houdini. The first lyric is literally Onana. So if Andre Onana is missing the whole game, I won't be surprised. 954 yard man. AGT, pick a score and stick to it. You what is it? Stick to it. On Monday we'll find out if you're a big sausage. Right. If you lose, should come in a sausage costume.
I like that.
I agree.
I like that.
Tobes was asking for me to, if we lose this game, to be in a sausage outfit.
What do you reckon?
The game's the game, right? If we win...
No.
Oh, in fact,
Do it,
give
man.
me a sausage
Do it.
outfit regardless.
Do it.
If we win or lose.
Nah, if you lose.
No, if we win, because I'll be saying, hold that.
Nah.
This.
We'll be here, mate. We'll be here, flex.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hold that.
Yadvendra says Liverpool attack is insane. It might even come in Sunday night, you never know. Liverpool attack is insane with Keita now added best attack in the league. Is it?
Could argue that.
I think it's clearly the best attack in the league.
I agree. It's a good attack.
I don't think Gakpo, Nunes... No, I'm being serious, because you guys like to do the GA thing with Gakpo, but we know Gakpo wasn't good last season. When you needed him in a title race, he wasn't doing the business. Then towards the back end, he started turning up. Listen, what European competition was you in? How many of those goals were in there? Okay.
3 or 4?
Right, good amount. Cup games, yeah, against Shrewsbury Town.
Okay.
You know, I know what you're doing.
Shrewsbury Town. We haven't played them for 4 years.
Nunes.
This guy.
Nunes, BCM beast, yeah. Big chance miss beast, yeah. You know this.
I was thinking of
no
the
more
club in
clinical. No more clinical
BCM.
than Jackson, who gets his heat. And Diaz last season was inconsistent in front of goal, so they look good on paper.
They all scored more than your guys, though.
I would like to give credit to Jurgen Klopp, who always gets the best out of forwards in terms of maximising.
Thank you. That's
eye test.
It's appreciated.
It doesn't lie.
Who do you think
who is the best?
Jota, Salah, brilliant. Don't get me wrong, brilliant finishers. But best
is
attack in
wild.
the league to
Any
you didn't
attack.
score. You didn't
What's the
score the
best
most
one?
goals.
Any attack.
Most goals were scored by
Tell
Man
me-
City, and then I think it was followed by Arsenal.
Any
No, it's
attack
actually
with
Arsenal.
thingy have got to be in there. With Haaland has got to be in the best one. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'd say
it was City last year.
City. I'd say City. If you include in Foden and Bernardo as their attackers,
No, we're not.
Oh, then they've only got 4 attackers. They've only got Grealish, Doku, Savio, and Haaland. So that's a bit light.
I'm saying that Liverpool
Chelsea's
on paper.
The best attack scored the most goals.
Underrated, bro. Chelsea's is good. Like, they don't want to say it, but
It's good.
Felix,
It's good, but it's not
Palmer,
what we've got.
Please,
It's not
let me go on my merry way. I'm not involved.
Yo, Chelsea have a good
and
attack.
Osimhen coming probably.
That'll be the. That'll
Are we
definitely
doing
be a top 2
paper
attack.
only, like just on paper?
Ooh, that's a good
No,
attack.
if it's not on paper, then Arsenal's has got to be up there. But on paper, I don't think Arsenal's is that good. But they deliver.
They put the
So
ball
on
back in the
paper,
net.
who's the best?
It's a lot of the defense.
On paper, if
Hey,
everyone-
yeah, you know, hold on, wait a minute, back my attack. Because
Yeah,
when
you
I think
should- you
about
should
it, man,
rise.
you know what I mean? Right?
No, yeah,
No, but your defenders
Saka
scored more
On
goals, your
paper, let's do the
defenders-
paper thing.
Yeah, but hold on, Saka,
Yeah.
yeah.
Havertz,
Yeah.
who scored a lot of
You
goals.
scored the most
right?
goals.
Scored a
Trossard.
decent amount.
You see, they want to throw Trossard. Say Martinelli's name, bro.
Trossard.
Say his
No,
name.
but Trossard was the main guy scoring goals.
Havertz scored
Out of them
less
wide
goals than
players.
Jackson. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying overall attack. You're saying best
So
attack. You didn't say best
Are they
individuals.
good numbers or are they decent? Because when they're Jackson, it's not that good, and then when it's Havertz, it's
No, it's just that Jackson should have scored
four of
about
them
3
against
times the
Tottenham,
amount he
mate.
scored.
Yeah.
That's why.
Huh?
That's why Jackson gets the heat, because of the chances he misses, not because.
Yeah, innit?
I've told you already. I like Jackson. He's, when I've
First
seen him
season,
play,
back on you,
when you
bro.
watch
First season,
Jackson in
half
the
price,
flesh,
that's what I'm saying.
he's a handful. He needs to work on his finishing.
Yeah.
So on paper, who's got it?
On paper,
Before we
it's not-
move on.
On paper, it's not
On
Arsenal.
paper,
It's not Arsenal.
On
I think it's
paper-
Liverpool. I do think it's Liverpool.
Yeah,
For me,
It's because they got Salah in there, man. No, actually, no. On paper, it's City, innit? It's City,
Chelsea
man.
are trying to
It's
go
City.
under the radar. I'm telling you,
It's
Chelsea
tough.
are
It's
under
City,
the radar.
because on paper, City, they got Haaland, Doku,
But this Doku,
Foden.
yeah,
That's a
Foden,
good.
yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
wicked attack, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
On paper, this.
Haaland
If only
is.
the
I'll
game
say
was
Liverpool
played on
second.
paper.
Haaland is 50 alone.
Liverpool have got quantity, and like the quality is quite balanced across.
But
I
you
don't-
guys have quality though, and quantity.
Yeah, but they need to do it. They need to actually.
You got
they need-
inconsistency.
Felix needs to do it here.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
Nkunku needs to stay fit, but it's
Yeah.
close. It's close. What about you? What you got?
I mean, you got much. You got Ahmed. Yeah, we got Ahmed. That's all that matters. We
Big
got
him
Ahmed,
up.
bro.
Xerxes.
Xerxes, yeah, he looks decent. We'll see. You gassing up Xerxes. I've seen that clip.
What,
think I ain't
why
seen
was
that
all
clip?
United
You think
people
I ain't
running?
seen that
Hold on,
clip?
wait a minute. But did I?
He was gassed.
Hold on.
He was
Hold
like,
on.
yeah, we're gonna get this.
No, I
Xerxes
never said
guy.
that. I never said we're gonna get it.
What? What?
Lies.
Links up
Clip's
play.
quite mad
He's
though, I
like,
can't-
he links up play well. We're gonna get him for a bargain, 30 mil. So
We're gonna
don't-
get him. I
don't
said we're
wanna
gonna
see-
get him.
I don't want to see you talk down on Xerxes.
Listen, Transfer
all season.
Daily, I was giving
Listen, we're
people a
2
breakdown
games
of
in as well.
Xerxes.
For daily.
Yeah, I was
oh,
giving,
no.
hold on. I never said we're gonna get him. I was giving us giving a breakdown of Xerxes. He's a good player,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you, mate.
And I don't know why. What's his United
Transfer
fans?
Daily's
You got
dodgy
paranoid,
theory.
you know.
You're
'cause
not
getting in there.
I hadn't even
You
said
getting
nothing. I hadn't even said nothing about Xerxes.
Transfer
Right?
Daily
They're
will get you in a lot of trouble.
on the United
Every day.
social media. They're running
every
this thing
day.
hard. I'm like, yo,
Chip on his
it's
shoulder.
like they
innit?
need me. They want me to vindicate Xerxes.
Yeah, nah, but I
Is that
don't
what
need
you
you
want?
to vindicate, but I know, I just don't want to see.
They scored a great goal last week. The only thing is offside.
Slander-free season from you to Xerxes, please.
Yeah, but
No,
if he
no.
needs the criticism,
Nah,
Robbie will
nah.
give
No,
it
because
to
I
him.
was describing him in
I
Italy.
saw the beam on Robbie's
I was
face.
describing him in Italy.
So
Transfer
happy
Daily's
to
a
be
I think-
dangerous
I think you're a
series.
bit-
No, but he's a good.
You're-
he's a
so
good
happy
player.
to be linked.
Nah,
So
you're a bit
we'll have
paranoid,
that.
man.
They just-
You're a
I
bit
wouldn't say
paranoid
he's
still.
in Italy weren't prolific, but he's a good player. Good young
What was
player.
it,
Yeah,
12
yeah,
goals
he's
for Bologna last season?
Yeah, not prolific.
Not prolific, but there you go. Should we get
Yeah,
into
he's got 12,
the
yeah.
Arsenal game? We'll come back
Yeah.
to Super Chats. This game is going to be a great watch as well, by the way. And just like 2 unbeaten heavyweights in boxing, somebody's O has got to go. Both unbeaten teams, 100% winning streaks. Arsenal did actually do the double over Brighton last season, but Brighton have had some joy at the Emirates in the last couple of seasons as well. 12:30 kickoff, Rob, Saturday. Arsenal have won 3 of their last 4 Premier League games against Brighton, as many as they had in the previous 10 before that. But Brighton have failed to win any of their 7 Premier League away games against London sides last season. So the Seagulls
Yeah,
not
but a lot of
finding
injuries
luck in the
last season.
capital.
They had a lot of injuries last season. They got everybody's back now. And we've seen in their first couple of games they've been really good. Although there were spells in that game when United were on top of them. There were spells even in that first game, man. Everton, they had quite a few chances before they. Brighton are that type of team, innit? They give you chances. It's going to be a tough game. You know what I mean? They're, like you said, 2 unbeaten runs, and they're a team that come there knowing that they've been to the Emirates before and beaten us. But at home, I fancy us, man. I fancy us. You know, that was a very good morale-boosting win last week for Arsenal away at Villa. It's been a tough start to the season. This is another tough game. Then after the international break, we've got to go away to Tottenham and City, right? But at the moment, the team's looking confident. The Arsenal team's looking confident. A couple of good signings made so far. I want to see a forward player, but Calafiori came on last week. Looks solid. The back line looks solid. I think for this game, I want to see Timber continuing that left-hand side, instead of Zinchenko, because they've just got so many quick, wide players, as you saw that against against United. So I think it's going to be an entertaining game because they're a good side. I like Brighton; they're a very good side.
Mikel Merino,
we're at home. I fancy it.
Mikel
Merino's
Merino
I'm really excited. I don't think he'll start. He's only just come in. He's not really had a pre-season either because obviously they're one of them teams. Spain, they won the Euros, so he came back and then he's just had that transfer speculation hanging over him. So he hasn't even played. So I don't expect to see him for a couple of games, to be honest. But yeah, so far, the first couple of games we've looked in good shape. And I just think at the moment, what I'm seeing amongst those Arsenal players are confidence where they now know they're a good side. Over the past couple of seasons, they've been developing into a good side. But now I think you look at a player like Saliba and they know they're good. They know that, if we click on a day, we can beat anybody. So I'm going to fancy us to win that game, but it won't be easy. It'll probably go like 2-1.
Yeah, Cams, this is Brighton fresh after beating United. Danny Welbeck scored against his former club in that game.
Inevitable.
He's playing against another former club on Saturday in the lunchtime kickoff. Do you give Brighton a chance in this one, knowing that Arsenal are the home team and obviously favourites to win?
I think they're going to give it a go. It's going to be a difficult game for Arsenal, but I always say, Emirates, when the sun is out, listen, you get packed up. You know what I mean? When the sun is out, sunny Emirates day, they're singing North London, whatever. They end up turning up. You know what I mean? They end up turning up. So I actually think Arsenal are going to win this one. I think these are, Man United will struggle against Brightons and stuff. And I'm not saying Brighton can't get anything out of it, but these are the games that Arsenal kind of just show their levels above, that are United, for example. So I think they'll get it. Brighton will be buzzing. They got a result. They got their first 2 results. There's not really got much pressure. You know what I mean? I think Arsenal are going to go in there knowing you have to win every game pretty much when you're competing against Man City. So I think Arsenal, it'll be massively disappointing for them to drop points. So I think they'll go get the win. Honestly, I do.
Do you echo that, Matisse?
Yeah, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean?
Straight up.
I was very impressed with them last week.
Score prediction?
Let's go 2-0.
2-0. I'll go 3-1.
I think Brighton will score.
Yeah, I do.
Defense is brilliant,
Yeah.
Thinking about it, we haven't conceded a goal yet.
Yeah.
We were a bit fortunate not to concede last week.
Watkins,
Watkins should have scored. So, but
scored 2.
We haven't conceded.
Defense is just
score prediction,
and the goalkeeper's on fire.
2-1.
2-1.
Awesome.
Close.
I'm gonna go 2-1 as well.
2-1.
Yeah.
I've gone 3-1.
No, 3-1.
We've got 4-0s in the chat. We've got 3-1s. We've got 3-0s. We've got 1-1s.
You guys linked to Coleman.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So random, isn't it?
I've seen that.
We were linked to him 2 days ago as well.
I don't know. I'd have him at Arsenal in a heartbeat. But it's just that if it's a sale, I can't see Arsenal paying 40 million for Kingsley Coleman, 28 injury prone.
Yeah.
If it's a loan though, which is there's been talk about that, a loan, that's a possibility. So it'd be, he's available. They want him to go. He doesn't really want to go Saudi, which is the team they want to come and pay the money. This will be a bit of dilemma.
There's a lot of opportunities in the back end of this market, isn't it?
There is. That's why this market, if you know, is completely different to last year. And there are a lot of opportunities lurking late in the week. Last year, most people got their business done early. This year, everybody's waiting.
Euros.
That tomorrow is going to be a busy day in the transfer market. And players like that, Coleman, where's he going to be? Where's Ivan Toney going to be?
Well,
where's Osimhen going to be? These are big, and all these mad release clauses that we heard about at the start of the window, like they're willing to take 55 million now for Osimhen. His release clause is 110 million. That's half of it. So, yeah, I think tomorrow going to be a busy day. Also been linked with that Edingra as well.
Yeah,
so Interesting day tomorrow.
Well, luckily, we're going to have it covered, aren't we? Because myself and KG are going to be doing a live 9 till...
I'll be here.
You're on there as well.
I'll be in it as well. We're doing a live AFTV doing stuff. But I think a busy day tomorrow.
Transfer window finisher. If I'm really honest with you, Rob, I cannot wait for this window to be shut.
Well, yeah,
and I know you do the transfer dailies every day.
7 days a week since June, man. It's tough.
June.
You know what I mean? So
I don't know how you do that.
But
that's crazy.
Listen, it's been a really different window. In like I said, like last year, Arsenal got all their business done early. Rice in early, you know what I mean? All these players early, but this year it's a real late one, and tomorrow's gonna be. Where's Sancho go?
Yeah,
Juventus.
Where's Sterling go?
Arsenal needs to get an attacker in. If you don't get an attacker in, you ain't gonna win.
I feel we need an attacker in as well.
But it has to be an attacker that is starting level though, not just like back up to Martinelli.
Yeah,
like, what?
I think it needs to be, and he's not necessarily. It just needs to be a guy that if he does come in makes an impact. If it's like, if you get a Trossard on the other side, a guy that you know you can rely on to come in. Because Trossard at the moment is reminding me like Jota. Where anytime he comes in, he makes an impact.
He does something, yeah. Right, we'll get back into the super chat shortly. Do remember to press that like button, by the way, guys. There is just shy of 8,500 locked in right now. Not even 2,000 likes. Have a word with yourself. Give your head a wobble. Next game, West Ham versus Man City. City are, of course, looking to maintain their perfect start to the Premier League. They've just got Gundogan back. You know, could he start? And Wan-Bissaka, there's an opportunity for him to start as well. West Ham luckily scraped over the line last night. I don't know if you saw the goal, or maybe it was Tuesday. It kind of comes off Jarrod Bowen's arm, and Bournemouth fuming by the end of it, but they're in the next round actually away at Liverpool. Robbie, this game, I think this was the first game that Haaland played for City. Do you remember, against West Ham? Hat-trick.
Yep.
We were thinking it was going to be a really tough time last year for City in this game, but City will just look to extend their perfect start.
I can't see nothing but a City winning this game. 5:30 kickoff UK time. Yeah, I think they're playing good at the moment, man. Haaland's on fire, isn't it?
He always is.
He's had a full pre-season, man. He didn't have to go no Euros, nothing. And you could see the guy's fresh. He's sharp. It's not good news for the Premier League, man. Well, it's not good news for the opposition in the Premier League, because it's looking like this could be another one in 50 goal seasons for him, right? Nah, I can't see nothing apart from a win for City.
Even though West Ham, Matisse, have signed really well.
None of those players ain't even started yet, have they? They're barely. I mean, a lot of those players.
Did you see the clip of Fulkrug running for the ball? He was 5 yards offside and he got caught up. Doesn't look the quickest.
No, he's not. No.
Somerville, they've signed him as well. They're maybe still looking to move on a couple of players as well. I mean, they are the home team. Are we giving them absolutely no chance here, or are they going to put up a fight?
They'll definitely put up a fight. I think they've got a really good team. I think they've done some really good business. They've improved their depth. Remember, they have no Europe this season as well, for the first time in years. And I do back them to do very well in the Premier League this season. I've got them as like your next Aston Villa or Newcastle.
You had them as fifth, no?
I had them as fifth, yeah. The only question is the manager. But that's the second part of the season. I think they're going to get stronger when these players really bed in and they start to, understand each other's game. But this early on, Man City, I think they'll give them a fight, but I think Man City will edge it.
Yeah, I can't see none but a Man City win. I think Man City with Haaland fit, KDB fit, it's a scary prospect. Last season, I think a lot of people forget that KDB took a while off. Haaland had about 7 games off, and he was quite unfit even when he was playing, and he was still the top scorer. And KDB was only 1 assist away from being top assister, I believe it was. So, I mean, you're looking at the quality of those two, and just Savio's now exciting the fans. He's giving them a little bit of life. Gundogan coming back. Imagine how that feels in terms of just feel good around the team. You know what I mean? Feel good around the club. I can't see nothing but Man City going again. I think Man City are going to have a great season yet again. I think they'll be better than last year, definitely. I mean, you think about Man City only won 3 of their 10 games or something against the Big Six last year. And 2 of them were Man United. The other one was Spurs.
Yeah.
And they still won the league.
We didn't lose to them last year.
You didn't lose to them. Arsenal didn't lose to them. Chelsea didn't lose to them.
No.
We got robbed against them.
Crazy. I think City are going to come on fire. I expect them to.
Did you predict Man City to win the league?
Yeah.
Is that West Ham? That's why I was saying is
that West Ham?
No chance for West Ham.
I'm still going 3-1, 3-0. I might even go. I think.
Are you starting to lose confidence?
No, I'll tell you. I said to people before, right? I go, they're still the favourites at the start of the season. And after you saw the first game against Chelsea, I said to everybody, told you, they're still the same. You know what I mean? And that guy, it's him, innit? Pep Guardiola. He still keeps the man them hungry. Yeah. I think if it's other teams, they'd be like, we're getting a bit bored of winning this. But him, that guy is so driven. That's why we need him gone, man. Get him out, man. Get him out, man. He's too good.
Arsenal rise, man.
Rise, man. You guys ain't too good, man. Trust me, you ain't going to make it up by signing Moreno and Calafiori.
No, we need a forward player.
Edu, please, rise.
Yeah, we do.
Have we done the score predictions then? I'll go 4-1 City.
That's crazy. Wow, really? 4-1? West Ham just like...
They won their last game 4-1.
I'm going 3-1 City.
3-1. All right. Let us know in the chat what your predictions for that one are. Next up, Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. South West London versus South London. Chelsea flying high over that 6-2 win over Wolves. Palace yet to win a Premier League game. We'll come to Chelsea, but Palace and Glasgow got so many plaudits towards the end of the season, right? We saw the rise of Mateta. What was it? 9 goals in 12 games towards the end of the season. Yeah. You know, they're trying to hang on to Gay. We'll see how that works out in the next day. Eze stayed. Obviously, Elise's gone. The spine of the team is fairly similar. Why haven't they started well, considering how well? I mean, they won at Anfield in April, I think. So why hasn't it started as well as they would have liked?
Look, for me, I think Elise is a massive miss. Like, we cannot underestimate. I think he's borderline going to be a world class. I think Bayern Munich move is going to make him world class. Yeah. I really do. I watched this guy under Patrick Vieira playing in the 3. I've watched him now out wide last season as well. I don't know how he didn't make that France squad over the Euros. I think that was a massive oversight from them. I think he's a quality player. When you take a player like that out of the team that can score goals, that can create chances, has that wavelength with Eze might look less of a player just purely because he hasn't got someone on his wavelength. So I think that's part of it. Obviously, Mateta is his ridiculous form last season was, can he replicate that? But it's early in the season. We need to give it time as well. They've still got good players. The defense has been destabilised. Gurhi, we don't know what's happened with him. Anderson. So we'll see. But for me, going into this game, I have to be confident because this is you must. We need to get into a run of consistency. We haven't had it for years. We had a great result last week against Wolves. We need to get into some consistency and we need to follow up a win with a win and then another win. And we're never going to go under the radar. But if we're going to make top 4, we can't be looking at these games and thinking anything other than a win. So I still, I'm still wary of them. No game is easy, but I'm confident.
They're at home, Rob. Chelsea are at the weekend. Does that give them more of a chance of winning this one?
I expect them to win this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The problem with Palace at the moment is the defence. You know what I mean? It's in a bit of turmoil at the moment. Sold Anderson to Fulham. I think that's a bit of a mistake. And they're bringing this LaCroix guy who's supposed to be a good player.
His mind might not.
Could Eddie Nketiah come and get a couple of goals in this game? Chelsea win. Chelsea
don't
win.
Go anywhere.
2-0 to Chelsea.
I think Chelsea win as well. I think you'll concede, but I think Chelsea should win. Coming off a 6-2, and then you lost obviously your first game at home. Yeah, Maresca and the boys are gonna want to put something out there for the fans, innit? They're gonna need to as well. Can't be losing too many at home. Yeah. So I think Chelsea are gonna come out with excitement. To be honest, Noni, he's on fire as well. Then now he's the way he's played in the first few games. People are going to be looking at it how do we stop him? So that's important as well. So that'll open up space for others and stuff. So yeah, man. I think the problem with Chelsea, the defense is still up and down in my opinion, but that midfield pairing of Enzo and Caicedo, I still think there's always moments where they show themselves a little bit, especially defensively. So I think that's a little bit of a worry when you have Eze's there who can exploit that. But I do think Chelsea should win this one. I do think so. Yeah.
Score predictions? I'll go 2-1 Chelsea. I do think they'll concede.
Home, I don't think that's actually to our advantage until the good feeling at home actually returns, because I think away from home actually last season we were better. But I'm going to go over a 3-1 win.
2-0.
2-0
Chelsea.
I'll go 3-2 Chelsea.
Oh, a bit of a mini
game.
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm gonna be stressed.
Yeah, you will be. You will be. Hopefully, you will be. And Ketia, is he going to be fit? He's going to be.
But does he start over Mateta for you straight away? Do you think?
No,
I think Mateta played during the week, innit? So he scored. So Mateta will
Yeah,
I think Mateta will start,
bench.
but Eddie off the bench. You never know.
Mateta will be cold.
Go on, Eddie.
Eddie in the stripes of Crystal Palace now. Leicester versus Aston
I
Villa.
know what about Spurs versus Newcastle is the big game.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's the one on
We'll come back
Sunday.
to that.
Spurs versus Newcastle, man.
The big game.
I want a repeat of what. Remember that time in Newcastle?
Is that at
went about-
Spurs? Is that Spurs?
Nah, Newcastle. Man. Yeah, remember that game when Newcastle were about 4 up?
4 up in 25
That's one of my
minutes.
favourite.
That was beautiful. Wasn't
That
it? It was like
game
a
there,
dream.
man. I'll tell you, man. Hey, that was beautiful, man. That
Goal
was a
after
beautiful
goal
game.
after goal.
That one is
believe it.
Sunday at 1:30. That one.
Yeah.
Newcastle have won 3 of the last 4 Premier League meetings against Spurs, as many as they had done in the previous 13. Tottenham have lost their last 2 Premier League away games at Newcastle by an aggregate score of 10-1. Right, and they'd only lost 2 of their previous 11 visits. Apparently, it's the most played fixture in Premier League history to never finish 0-0.
Yeah.
58 games, yeah. Only Liverpool, Tottenham and Arsenal, Liverpool have seen more goals in this competition. Weird. Newcastle got it done. They did the business last night on penalties. I think it was Longstaff who scored the winning pen after a horrendous pen from Awaniyi.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's still travelling, that ball now. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but Tottenham, Robbie, have to end this aggregate scoreline. Right, they have to. I know you don't want them to. No. They have to, because this is starting to become a place that
Tough place anyway for any team to go to.
The fans
Tough
won't even
place
want to
for
go,
any
considering
team
what's
to go
happened
to.
in the last 2 years.
Any team to go to is tough, and they got a good side. I mean, Newcastle got a good side. They got Tonali's back now as well. And Newcastle win, man.
That's what you
Newcastle
want.
win.
I actually back that. I got
2-1. Tottenham looked very impressive last week.
Yeah.
Right, but that was
They've
Everton.
had 2 good fixtures, so.
That was Everton, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this is tough. They're going to have to show their mettle. We know that, you know, they're always on the front foot, which is exciting. You know what? The one thing listen, I may not like Tottenham, right, but they are exciting to watch. And that's going to be, you've got 2 teams that have got good attacking players. It's going to be an exciting game.
Yeah.
You know, but I got to go with the home team, 2-1, Newcastle.
I'm going to back that as well. I'm going to go Newcastle win. I think Spurs, they're one of them teams. They're one of them fair weather teams. You know what I mean? When the sun's out and the times are good. Hold on,
you were saying that about us earlier.
No.
The sunshine and all that.
Emirates in the sunshine is a good. Is always a win. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, Spurs early season, it's nice. You know what I mean? It always feels good with Spurs. It's when it gets the nitty gritty. So I think it's not going to be like a hammering like that 4-0 in 25 minutes. But I think Newcastle are going to be up for it, man. St. James Park is proper, and I think people are actually sleeping on Newcastle this year. I've seen a lot of predictions, and everyone has them like 9th and 10th. I don't think that's going to be the case.
No Europe.
Where do you have them?
I had Newcastle 6th.
It's tough. That 4th to 9th is like really competitive. I've got a 4-2 Newcastle win on this game. I just see
4-2,
goals.
wow.
I see goals, man. That high line for life with that Newcastle attack with Gordon running in behind. It's just, for me, it's going to be a floodgates. It's going to be mad. And then Son is very clinical. We saw it last week. I can see him bagging a couple of goals. We'll see if Solanke gets off the mark as well. So I think it's going to be a great game. I think probably game of the weekend.
Game of the weekend, potentially. That's a good shout. I think there's goals in this one. Right, whatever happens, I think there's goals. And Spurs will be looking to just get through the first half an hour, won't they? And just keep it firm. Don't concede anything in the first 30. Get throughout the game, and then, you know, they can change the game with their quality later on.
Okay.
It's a tough one, man. I'll go with a draw.
Draw?
I'll go 2-2 on this one.
Nah.
What do you reckon?
That's a good score.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Goals,
Stick it to
entertainment.
2 though.
Newcastle.
You hating, bro.
Hi, Geordies. Right. Blue Bear, I was just going to give a few super chats. He says, "Where is Flex the sausage?" Right. Yavrendra Singh says, "We got the Conference League merchants like Matisse. Talking trash about Liverpool. Stay in your lane, boy. You got a big match tonight."
I don't even think it's a night game, is it?
Is it on TV? Is it on TV this time?
What the last 20 years,
they have to pay a fiver
been
to watch
for my
it.
club.
Is it on
versus their
TV?
club.
Is this
I don't
true?
understand this disrespect.
Can you confirm or deny?
TV.
How old is that man talking in the chat?
Are they charging you $4.99 to watch this?
Yeah, $4.99, £10.
Have you ever heard of
for
this?
2 legs? listen, if it funds more dopamine transfers and here we goes, then I'm sure we're all ready to chip in and do our part.
Clearly.
You know,
Mr. Hussein says Cams seems to forget how boring the league was. In the 90s, United won 7 out of 9 Premier Leagues and 6 Premier League titles were won by match day 35. All of May was always a guard of honour.
Yeah, respect the biggest club.
Yeah, well, that's why we don't want that back.
No,
you know what I mean? We're happy now. We're going to keep it as it is.
It's a small city. Come on, man. This isn't right.
I still remember
Teddy says, I hope we get tough opponents like Madrid or Inter from the from the first to evaluate how far we've come and to compete with them. Thoughts, Robbie? I wouldn't mind a trip to Real Madrid I'd rather a trip to Madrid now than later on when it's knockouts.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So,
Good point.
Listen, you want a mixture, innit? You want a couple of games to test you, and you want, but the main thing is I want to go through. So if it's all easy games, I'll take that. SM said, would Jackson be rated higher if he was in Serie A?
Don't think so. I don't think that would play a part.
He should probably score a few more goals.
If he's had the same stats and nobody was actually watching his general play, he probably wouldn't be rated.
If anything, he'd be less.
Chanel says, someone tell AGT. Why was you starring that one like it's been read already?
No, so I know where we are. In the super chat.
You didn't do that with the other ones, did you? You're trying to avoid me from reading that one, aren't you?
Man's starring all the compliments.
I hadn't even read it yet. You started. Yeah?
Robbie, there's a lot of super chats.
Because sometimes when you star it, you take that one out.
AGT's
You know what I mean?
the best host in the world.
When you say star, it's just liking them. So
Rational says, someone tell AGT.
You wouldn't know.
Someone tell AGT that the best attack scores the most goals. Have 100%. Liverpool ever scored more than City since Pep got there? Even when they had a false number 9.
Stop this.
They're talking. Yo.
The best attack scores the most goals, but it doesn't win you the league.
Best defense scores,
Oh,
concedes
he
the
puts
least.
his mic down there, doesn't he?
So why is the rules not applying?
Well, normally it does because they've been winning in literally the last 4 years.
You scored the most goals last year.
No, we didn't.
I think City actually did. I thought it
scored
was
the
them.
most.
I thought it was
Arsenal
them.
the most, but I think by 2.
Arsenal conceded
The least. They scored
Yeah,
the most.
I thought it was them.
numbers.
No,
Scored
that's
the second
my
most.
bad. I thought they did.
London
but they
Nomad
didn't.
says everyone forgetting Havertz was in midfield for half of the season and produces those numbers in a half season. That is true.
So, and this is why you don't need a striker to win the league.
Clara Bitzi, well, we didn't win the league, did we? Clara Bitzi says Fabrizio, Chelsea offering loan obligation for Osimhen.
Not bad.
Obligation.
That could work.
Raphael says Arsenal to have 24 clean sheets this season, and he's going for a 3-0 win. Pratesh says we've been so starved in the social media area, unlike the previous decades. It will be peak if United actually start doing well.
Yeah, they're all scared, man. Ineos are coming, man.
And then he goes on to say we'll be unbearable, and that is why we don't want you to do well.
Ineos are coming.
Can you imagine him?
I can't
Flex,
imagine it. No.
KG, oh my God, no, man. Can we get it back to keep it as it is, man.
Good times.
KG, if you lot are...
Bro, you guys need it. We need it. Ineos are coming anyway. Because look, when Ineos
You've
coming,
been saying this for months
Ineos are
and
coming.
months.
Salah is gonna bow out. He's gonna say, "Listen, I'm done with Liverpool. I'm out of here." Pep is gonna say he's gone, and then we're coming for your heads. You know, we're coming for your.
that's what I
and
want.
you guys don't sleep.
What?
We're bringing it back. The
What?
Premier League will be back. You know,
What?
Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United. That's what football needs. That's what the Premier League
Sorry,
needs.
where's
Salah,
Liverpool?
you're gone soon. Van Dijk, you're gone soon.
Oh,
Is what
Yeah,
you're
not
you're
doing the
gone.
original four.
You're not doing the big four?
No, City are always going to be
City
there,
always gonna be
thereabout.
okay.
No, they're
Too
not
much
in the
going on.
original
I hear
four.
it.
They're not in the original four.
Yeah.
So what do you want then? You're saying
I need
what
a
do you want?
3-horse spearhead between
are
Man United,
just
Arsenal, and Chelsea, bro.
embarrassing.
That's what I need.
It's
Real
embarrassing.
football.
Get on side now.
This one, Dominic says, Robbie, must be good to have one person with ball knowledge like Cams.
Thanks, mate.
He's saying that unlike the other two bozos, that's not very nice.
I've cussed
is
a
it?
couple people out today.
That's
so,
very
yeah.
that's very
I'm
tough,
gonna take
man.
it.
Cheers, man.
Sayo says Carabao
watching.
Cup draw has also happened. Now it happened. What was noteworthy, but will there be any upsets? He says Coventry versus Tottenham. Maybe.
I didn't like the format for that.
Yeah, but
you
all
see
the
it? Yeah.
all the teams in
All the
the Champions
European
League got
teams.
seeded.
Yeah.
But the reason that is because nowadays these extra games, if
oh,
they
okay.
didn't do it that way,
Yeah.
it's the only way they can the only way the teams in the Champions League would be able to fulfil their fixtures, because they paid them over those 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So they had to do it that way so they can then separate, keep those teams apart so that they can fulfill those fixtures. Yeah. Again, the Champions League having a big effect on just the regular games.
True, good point. Yeah.
Gabe says, who has the best kit for the 2024-25 season?
Is that home?
Premier League? It's not us anyway.
Or just in general?
In Prem. Oh.
Our white one's nice. Our
blue one's good.
No, I actually like your third kit. You know your third kit, that one with the...
Which one? Oh yeah, the white
that's
one.
a nice one.
I
like our away
paying homage to Salah.
I like our links Africa. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a few. I don't know.
We're wearing our white one on Sunday for the first ever time.
Oh, is it?
So we'll see.
Waving the white flag. Yeah. Matthew says big win for Wimbledon. Up the Dons. He says. Eric says, culture. You still got United's project over Chelsea's.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
That's
Why
not.
That's levels in it at the moment.
Is it?
Yeah, Ineos.
I know he doesn't believe that. He saw Jao, Neto. He don't believe that anymore. Palmer. He's looking at Anthony Rashford.
I keep saying it. It's Ineos. You know Ineos here. You know he's big in it.
He's not enjoying it.
What have they ever won with the other clubs?
Who? He ain't
Ineos. Don't worry about that.
He ain't enjoying it. I'm telling you.
You should worry.
No, but they get bigged up so much.
He's looking at Casemiro. He's looking at Mount. He's looking at Rashford. He's looking at Sancho. He's looking at Anthony. Hoyland. He's like,
no.
They're rushing.
It's a serious.
You lot are rushing.
Sure.
It's a serious question. They get bigged up.
You've been taking your time for a decade.
What have they won with the other clubs?
You've been taking your time for a decade. Since Fergie left, you've been taking your time.
football
Where has it got you?
We have spent too long with the wrong owners. We're not the wrong owners. The wrong people in charge of our football stuff.
Ineos aren't even majority though.
They've come in. Don't worry, they've come in and they're identifying things. They're selling the meaty players.
Sterling goes to you. They identify.
But they're still not the owners. Don't worry about that. They're still not the majority owners.
It's not about that though. It's about the.
What is it about? You keep saying it's not about that. What are we even talking about?
Football department.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Football.
I keep telling you, like I said to Flynn, this ain't cycling, brethren. That's
Football department. Listen.
Ineos do hand wash.
First thing we're doing when we get to the top is to take in Bukayo Saka. Let me tell you that. He's coming back to the club that he supports. Don't let Saka not tell you.
Get the diary room ready, Jason.
Where you get that from?
Saka is a Man United fan.
Where you get that from?
If you know, you know. Remember I told you.
To United.
Saka is a Manchester United fan.
Go away with that.
What are you talking?
Where you get that from?
We're coming for Palmer.
Stop slandering my boy's name.
Bukayo Saka.
You ain't coming for nobody.
10-year deal.
You ain't coming for nobody, man. You ain't coming for nobody.
This whole segment.
You ain't coming for nobody, right?
Farmer's on a 10-year deal.
Nobody supports United anymore with sense.
Saka is a United.
Anybody with sense don't support United anymore.
Yeah, then Saka must be brain dead, right? Because he's a United.
No. Where you get that from?
Trust me.
Where you get that from?
You know, you know.
Wait, what do you know?
I'm in the streets.
What do you know?
You know I'm in the streets.
You must be getting kicked up in those streets.
corners.
I don't know where you get it, right? What streets are you in?
He knows, bro.
What streets are you in?
When you guys next speak to Saka, anyone that next meets Saka, just say
stop
to him,
slandering
take
his
him
name.
to the side and say, bro, what team did you support in Young? He's gonna say
Arsenal.
United, bro. I used to look up to Cristiano. I used to look up to Rooney. Go speak to him, bro. Go speak to him,
bro.
Trust me.
We're talking about you're confusing Saka for speed.
No.
Saka's an Arsenal fan, right? You go away with your slander.
God's child.
Right, London.
God's child. Let's see. Let's talk.
London Nomad says
fucking speed, you know.
Teams with European football need exemption from the League Cup. That means that each season we get a new winner since they'll qualify for the conference. Do you reckon that? I got a controversial thing on the League Cup. To spice it up, let that be that game that gets played abroad. The final.
Which one?
The League Cup.
Why? What?
Just to spice it up.
The final.
What? So Derby can play against City
you know what they did with the Spanish one, where they played the semi-final and the final.
That wasn't well received though at all. They hated that.
For me, I wouldn't do that.
And
you know
what would happen? There'd be huge prize money on it.
No, but
and then
Robbie,
teams will take it more seriously.
No, but Robbie, we've had this conversation
before.
This
competition's dying, man.
If a smaller team actually gets to the semi-finals, and we can't keep ruling that out because it's happened before. If a smaller team gets semi-final, you can't ask their fans who have been travelling home and away in the League Cup to go all the way over to Bradford fans to go all the way to
Reggie, I went to Baku, man. It's the same thing.
No.
Same distance.
For me,
That's the same distance.
the only game, and you lost 4-1. The only game
Exactly.
that
Want
can,
my money
the
back.
only game that can be over there for me is the Community Shield, the Premier League winners, the
But
FA Cup, or
that
second
needs to be
place.
the Super Cup, though. the
Yeah,
Community
call it
Shield.
the
I'm
Super Cup,
trying
whatever
to
you
come
want.
up.
Put it in
Listen, I
America.
know it's
No one cares about
controversial,
that.
but I'm trying to come up with something going to spice up this competition and make it
not-
meaningful.
they're gonna hate it
because
even
the
more if
way
you do
things
that.
are going in the next. Look at now with the seeding thing, and that guy makes a good point. In the next few years, the competition's going to be dying because you know what the Champions League are like. They rolled out this. They're going to roll out even bigger because they want to get
That's
more
the
teams
problem
in
then.
it.
That's the
They
problem.
want to appease Chelsea's and United's. You think the organisers of the Champions League are happy that Chelsea and United are not in it this season?
See, so what you're saying?
Heritage
No,
speaks
for the-
volumes.
Champions League need United.
They,
back
of course, they
too.
need
No,
us
for the money.
Heritage.
For the money, when a club like United and Chelsea, well, maybe not Chelsea, but United are in it,
Huh?
right? You know what I mean? It's not
No,
good
I
for the
agree.
competition.
No, it's not. It's not.
For them, when the suits are sat round the
Yeah,
table and
it's
they're
like-
looking at it, they want you guys
You know what
in
they're
it.
saying?
No,
They're
you gotta
saying,
think
why are
about
Arsenal in it
It's
again?
not-
They get
I'm-
to the round of
why-
16.
why
I'm
are they in it?
I'm
They're
just
not gonna do
listen.
anything.
I'm just being real here.
No,
This is
it's
just
real,
real
it's real.
talk.
Most of the businessmen like behind are people that work at Liverpool, that work at Man United. They're the ones that are all having these
Yeah,
meetings.
but
so
to
yeah,
take
it's gonna
the
be some
EFL
bites.
Cup
Yeah.
abroad, that is one of the wildest things I've ever heard you say, Robbie.
What's wrong? Well, the thing's dead at the moment. It's
dead.
dying.
Yeah, for you,
Right,
because you never win it.
You've got.
We win it.
You've
We're the
got-
holders.
Listen,
They're the
you've got
holders.
champions.
Listen,
of that,
hold.
that's why.
Yeah,
He's
and,
got
right.
holders.
Yeah, and
I got
even in
respect
that,
for
you
it.
played pure kids in a final. Would you have done that if it
We
was
had
a
about
big?
15 injuries, Rob.
All right.
You know we did.
But listen, let's be real. Nobody takes that competition
There's a lot of Arsenal
serious.
fans
Am I
that see
hearing this
disrespect in
correctly?
competition all the time.
No,
Robbie wants to take
everybody.
the EFL
Listen,
Cup.
I wanna
hold on.
win it.
Let me
So
understand.
I
I
rate
want to
it.
win it. We all
I
want to
rate
win
it.
it.
I wanna win it.
But nobody, let's be real.
take it
None
to
of
Ireland
the
then,
big
if you wanna
teams
do that.
take that competition fully serious until they get late in the rounds. All right, let's see how
so the
strong.
solution
let's
is
see.
to take it to
all right,
Saudi.
all right. Let's see how strong. Let's see how strong your team is for the game that you got.
Against West
was
Ham.
West Ham.
against West Ham
We
when you
play
played.
Borough.
will
We will
see.
be
Let's
resting.
see.
We
Let's
ain't got
see.
any of them kids
let's
anymore.
see.
They're
Let's
all
see.
sold.
Let's see if that team is as strong as the team you put out in the Premier League game at the
won't be.
weekend,
It won't
or the
be.
team that you put out the following week when you
Robbie,
play the Champions
so
League.
what? Are you not going to play kids then against Bolton?
Listen, Bolton will play kids.
Yeah, but
Bolton will change
Okay,
their
but
team.
but Robbie, you have
That's
to-
a
you have to
competition
prioritise-
that's not being taken serious.
This
No
is
cup
ridiculous.
game, no domestic cup game is ever going to take priority over Premier League.
However, if the
It's never.
prize money, if they knew, if you know, say you're one of the big teams, right, and you know that, boy, for winning that competition, right, the prize monies are going to be absolutely huge. You'll take it serious.
Yeah, but do we want
We take it serious
But do we
anyway.
want our teams to
not taken
field
seriously.
fully strength teams for all competitions and then pick up more
Not
injuries?
fully strength
Probably
team,
not.
but I want to see stronger. Like, you know, what I mean, you even
don't mind
see
the rotation.
You best put a strong lineup then.
I got a best
do a
squad
strong
teams.
lineup
The thing
against
is,
Bolton.
Robbie,
Championship teams and League One
I'm gonna
teams
see-
are resting
I'm gonna
players.
get
against
to
Bolton
see
then.
João Felix balling out against Borough. I'm
Nah,
good.
do you know what? Robbie, one thing
Telling
that
you.
Robbie's not included in all this though is Arsene Wenger started this.
Yeah.
Wenger's the reason that
They
the
haven't
League
won
Cup is
this
not
cup
taken
since
serious.
93.
got a
When he
point.
used to put Carlos Vela, when
got
he
a
used to
point.
put all
You got a
them
point.
man out there, bro.
Carlos Vela,
Bro,
yeah.
you got a point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
got a point.
Arsenal are responsible for
Fans,
the downfall of the
Hold
League
that.
Cup.
And now you want to take
I-
it abroad.
Listen, I'm trying to
It's
save the
wild.
competition, bro.
You're not.
It's all
You're
right.
trying to kill it even
No,
more.
no, I'm trying to save it.
You're not,
because
bro.
I'm telling
Win
you.
it then.
I'm telling you, listen, it's not about who's going to win it. I'm on about a competition
Yeah.
that is
I mean, to be
dying.
fair, taking
A
it
competition
abroad-
that is
Not for us.
dying.
We
This is
win it, man.
this season's the latest step in the demise of the League Cup with the seeded
No.
teams.
What are you saying? The
This is
final
just
every
wild.
round?
Not every round, just the final. Play it somewhere where.
So you're
the-
expecting Bradford fans, if they get there, to stump up.
Yeah, when was the
cash
last
that they
time Bradford
haven't
got to the
All
final?
Birmingham fans who beat Arsenal.
2014.
Remember?
Birmingham fans would make that
James
trip.
McFadden and them, man.
Yo.
Going all the way to America.
You don't think
Swansea,
a
Bradford
Birmingham
in the final.
you don't
I
think
think they
Birmingham
want to
fans
go to Wembley.
you don't think Birmingham fans would make that trip?
He
I
wants
think
to-
they
Birmingham
would.
fans want to go to Wembley.
They're all desperate to go to
The
Wembley.
only time in
They're
their
all
life
desperate
potentially to go to Wembley. Those supporters,
They
they
go
want to
Wembley every week
That's
now,
the
man. You
dream.
go Wembley
You go
semi-final.
Wembley- you go Wembley off-
Innit? Every week, man, they're
Playoff
Wembley
final
now.
everywhere is a
Semi-final. Yeah, I mean, Wembley's
at the
light work now.
Johnston's Paint
Wembley back in the
Trophy,
day used to be hard to get to Wembley. Now it's light work. Yeah, I mean, you win a little penalty shootout where it's 90 minutes
Little
straight into a
penalty
penalty shootout. You're at Wembley. Commentary is at Wembley last year.
Someone said in the chat, think of the air pollution, the global warming,
Yeah.
more flights, more connect. You know.
Oh my
you can
God.
walk.
Think about that. Did you think about that?
That person
No, you
can
didn't.
walk.
All right, just before we move on, give me the stadium it should be hosted in Robbie's imaginary.
That one you played Man
deluded
United.
world.
That one you played United.
I'm saying,
MetLife.
what SoFi Stadium? I'll tell you what, the final in the SoFi Stadium would be unbelievable
For the EFL
I'm just
Cup.
saying. Listen, I'm not saying where
We
it
wouldn't
should
even
be.
sell it out, man.
I'm just saying.
Depends who's there though.
I'm just saying that. Listen, it could be something that could lift that competition, because I see a competition that year in, year out is dying, it's diminishing.
So if it goes America, you know what the resale tickets are like out there? You're paying £500 for a ticket.
Well,
you're paying
you
£2,000
make
for
sure-
flights and accommodation.
You'd make
and
sure.
you're a West Ham fan.
Listen, you make sure that West Ham fans travel. You'd make sure
Not to-
that the true fans, those fans that have followed the club all the
this
way
is
through the
just-
rounds, make sure that those fans.
How
are
do you
looked
make
after.
sure that then?
There's, of course,
Ballots
ticket
and all that.
system.
Touts,
you can.
bro. There's touts out
Ticket
there that
system.
are buying the
Listen,
Robbie,
this is expensive when you go to a final in flipping Europe. You know that. You just go over to France, man, and man's charging you everything. I went to the final of the Euros, right? It was like $500 for a ticket, right? It was like my flight cost me £850 for a flight that normally would cost 50 odd quid.
everyone's saying
Right?
you're wilding out in the
I mean,
chat.
you-
Cronky
bro.
PR and that.
Nothing. I never said it. I never said it has to go to America. There's many
Just
destinations.
said the SoFi Stadium.
No, you asked me about the SoFi Stadium. I said it'd be great there. I've been there. It's
Let's
great.
take it
I
to
said, where
Wales.
should
It can go anywhere.
No,
Millennium
I said,
Stadium.
Where should it be?
Millennium
You said
Stadium.
SoFi Stadium would be great. I asked you where
listen,
it should be.
can go anywhere, man.
Wales,
It can
Millennium
go
Stadium.
anywhere. Someone is going to pay huge money to host that final.
We say in Saudi.
Could
Hey,
go
the Americans
Saudi,
will
could go
turn up
anywhere.
for it though, man.
Robbie,
the Americans
this
will
is
turn up for it.
absolute codswallop. I've
Listen,
never heard you chat so much rubbish in my life.
all right.
I'm saying it
Pockets be
with
filling
trust.
up,
No,
let me
this is
tell you something,
ridiculous.
right? I'm
It's
being-
absolutely
If I can get a
Let me
cut,
tell you
if I can
something,
get a
right?
cut, I can make
You-
a
I feel like
Simon Jordan right
make
now.
a point for
Right,
it.
you're saying it's ridiculous, right? But let's see. In years to come, let's see. Because
we know
a
it's
lot
gonna
of-
go that way.
A lot of things sound ridiculous now.
Absolutely.
Right? And
It's
you
gonna
see,
go that way,
A lot of things is fashionable now to say certain things, but I'm telling you, the way this competition's going, either there'll be no League Cup in a few years' time because none of the big teams are going to really want to participate in it, or they're going to have to come up with a solution that gives teams an incentive to really have a
it
go.
all stems back to Wenger, man. It's your fault. All of this is.
It ain't my fault. My name's not Arsene Wenger.
Wenger.
Robert Lyle, as you can
Oh, Robert, yeah, no,
Robert, innit?
All right, let's get on to Leicester versus Aston Villa, the Midlands derby. Villa looking to bounce back after a loss to Arsenal. Leicester had a good result in the cup. Did you see Ayew's goal, by the way?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
with his first touch in a Leicester shirt. What
Yeah,
a
fair
strike
play.
that was. I didn't know he had that in his locker. Villa
Skillful player.
will be looking to, obviously, as I said, bounce back after that loss to Arsenal. Interesting game. These Midlands. I know it's not the Midlands derby,
Villa.
but it's a Midlands derby,
Villa
and they go off. I mean, Steve Cooper, he's just trying to grab everything he can before the window closes to give himself the best chance to stay up. But surely this is an Aston Villa win, isn't it? Quite
Villa impressed me
convincing,
last
no?
week.
It should be. It should be, especially after losing against Arsenal. Got to bounce back from that. I think they will. Villa are still going to be
I might
strong
go
up
quite
until Champions
convincing.
League.
I might go 3-0 Villa.
Is it away from home or
Is that King Power?
3-0? That's a tough one. 3-0. Nah, I'll go like
Watkins
2-0,
turns up.
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah,
okay.
2-0. 2-0.
Win for Villa. Very impressed with them last week. They will get it right.
Yeah, I'll go 3-1 Villa.
2-0.
2-0. Another Midlands derby, just like that. Forest v Wolves. Wolves looking for their first 3 points. Guede scored a couple nice goals for them in the cup. They look like they're, looking to bounce back this year. Wait, who's the manager?
Of who?
Gary O'Neill.
Gary O'Neill, yeah.
He did really
Nuno's
well
of,
last
like,
season.
Forest.
Did really
Yeah.
well last season, and obviously Nuno
Against his old club.
Against his old club there as well. Forest looking to rejuvenate after losing on pens, as we mentioned earlier, to Newcastle in the cup. They had it in their hands, that one. Goals? Are we expecting goals?
Well, they conceded 6 against us. They capitulated in that second half. So they need to tighten up there. Cunha, really good player. Seems like he's going to maybe take the mantle. I know they got that Larson guy as well. He played at the Emirates, scored against
New
us.
number 9.
So
Yeah.
he's a handful. He's a
I think
handful.
he scored in the week as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a handful. So
Yeah, he is.
yeah, I think there's goals. Hudson-Odoi played really well last week for Forest. They've got some good players as well. Gibbs White. I think you were saying maybe England squad. I don't know if that's confirmed.
Noni got called up.
Oh, lovely.
Noni just got a call up.
Nice.
I think the England team's dropped, but I don't know if you guys talk England.
Okay, I haven't even seen that. So.
2 o'clock, that is. So if we go on for 5 more minutes, we'll give it to you.
Okay.
Well, everyone's saying Noni got called. I don't know if he did.
That's
but
the
probably a
leaks.
rumour. Yeah,
Noni
leaks
and
and stuff,
Grealish look like they've been picked.
So yeah,
Grealish got picked, yeah?
It looks like it. He's returned.
I could see a 2-2 in this.
Did Rashford get called up? That is going to be
Shouldn't be.
I don't think
Shouldn't
so.
be based on performance.
Doesn't
he shouldn't be.
Gordon
But
should be there.
it will just be like a little
But
extra.
Grealish doesn't deserve to be either.
No,
That's a good point.
no.
Ipswich Fulham.
Carlsy likes them type of players, though. He's a
Do some super chats.
text.
Oh, you're going back into the super chats. Where you started?
Yeah, Ornstein said Noni's been called
Dominic.
up.
Lovely.
Dominic, yeah.
Come on, Robbie. You know why United has been bad. Don't forget your Raul supporting director days. Ineos changed a lot in 6 months. Give it 2 years.
Give it time, man.
Nothing's actually changed.
Don't
that
remember
much,
when you
though.
guys were all
You've got the
cronky
same
out,
manager,
and
the
now you
same-
guys love cronky.
Same holes in the
Bro, it's not
stadium.
cycling.
Yeah, you guys, you guys love
This
cronky
ain't
now,
the
man.
Tour de France, bro.
Listen, what's
This is the
my
Premier
guy's
League,
name
brother.
again? Brailsford. Come on, successful sky cycling. You
Yeah,
know
as
what
I said, you know what I mean? Tour de France. But this
Yeah,
is
don't worry. He knows it's about
But
business.
all I said,
Small margins.
Listen, I'm not saying that they could. I was just asking the question. What?
Somebody
You're putting a lot of hope
in
in
the show
us.
has been
What have they ever done in the
illegal.
other teams? That's all I asked.
Marginal gains.
Saka's dad is a
Marginal
Newcastle
gains,
fan.
that's the phrase.
Tanishk.
Saka's dad's of who?
Newcastle fan.
Oh, no, he's not. Who said that?
Man like Tanishk.
Tanishk. Sorry, mate. You,
You
don't know
know
what I'm
what,
talking
I
about.
don't-
lad.
it's
He's a United. Oh,
Absolutely
Saka.
disgraceful how you're coming in there. spreading
Saka's
false
family.
rumours
He's
on- spreading false rumours on Saka, man. You know what I mean? It's
Saka's United through and through, bro.
It's just
By the way,
shocking.
Levi Colwell also included in England's team as well.
Lovely.
Funny. We found the flex replacement. Welcome, my brother, says Jay. Ineos were part of a Mercedes F1 sporting side.
Well, they're like a little
Did they win
sponsor
that?
on the
Yeah,
side.
yeah, little thing. Come on, man. When Hamilton is winning his thing, it says Ineos.
Were they there when we were
Like
winning?
there.
Because-
Yeah, that's probably when it started.
Do you know how many
Quite a
sponsors they
drop-off.
have on their
Yeah.
jackets?
And we're there. We're there.
You've
Ineos.
got the main
Ineos,
spot, yeah.
right,
And then
right here,
since
bro.
The main
Put you
spot.
on, and then we started Mercedes started dropping off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You can't win
Invite
that,
Scotland to the League Cup, says Stephen
That's a
Ireland's
shout.
grandmother.
That's another shout.
What?
If you had like Rangers and Celtic in it.
They'll get pumped, man.
They're not what they used to be, man.
They'll get pumped.
There's no Aidan McGeady,
Bro, they'll
Kenny
get
Miller
pumped,
around here,
man.
man.
Like, no Henrik Larsson and them man
Van
there,
Dijk
bro.
used to be there.
Chris
You know what I'm
Tim,
saying?
John
Yeah.
Hart.
Yeah, man, the good old days, man.
Larson, yeah, man.
Yeah, I've been supporting my team.
Nakamura, bro. Well, they weren't outside them days, man. They weren't outside.
He would take a free
Nakamura.
kick.
Bro, I remember they beat us.
Barcelona
Yeah,
at
they beat
home.
us.
They beat Barcelona at home,
At
man.
home.
Yeah.
Selhurst Park was a
2-1.
fortress.
Yadvendra says, I've been supporting my team, Liverpool, for more than 20 years, and
Oh,
I've
this is
survived
clapback.
the Hicks, Gillette era, the Hodgson, the Brendan. You sausage, Matthias. I ain't a glory hunter like you. You probably came with Roman in 2003. Do you remember your first
actually
ever
after
football in
Roman.
memory?
My first footballing memory was, well, at the bridge.
Can I get a year?
2007, we drew at home to
So it
Villa. That was my
after-
first game.
It was
His
after Roman.
first football in memory, they won the Champions League.
No.
His first game.
My
I've got a
That was
mate
your
who's a
first-
Chelsea
Yeah, I'm supporting
fan,
Chelsea.
right?
That was when I was 11. You want me to be born earlier? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I was a late bloomer. People were
what?
trying to convince me
I
to be
went- I
Arsenal
was,
fans.
I was
be
going
Tottenham
away
fans,
days at
but-
6 years old to Highbury.
Okay, that's good for you.
Remember
Do you know what I mean? Who took you?
that? My dad.
All right, my dad didn't take me. You want to get into it? It's getting long. for
Hey,
me now.
yo. This ain't therapy. This ain't therapy, bro.
Jesus Christ. What is this show? This has been a while.
Say something now. Come from a broken home. This is how you treat me.
Let's not get the statistics out, all right? Let's just, you know what I mean? Let's just leave it as it is, you know what I'm saying? We all understood what you meant, you know what I mean?
Quickly moving on.
AGT, we ain't like you. They not like us.
Not like us.
Quickly moving on then.
Not like us, bro.
My dad was around, right? I need to make that clear. He was a good father.
Come on. On the Nomad says European teams exempt EFL Cup less congestion. Robbie having big club delusion, says
No,
Wales.
it's not a big club delusion. It's just like I'm trying to save
Delusion in
competition,
general.
bro.
Tarrant,
Ideas.
how about having the League Cup in England and increase the prize money?
But it won't
Says
be
Taron.
because no one's interested over it. So that's what I'm saying. If you took it to them Saudi
Robbie,
man, you took it to them American man, they're
To
going to
say
come with
that
a
no,
big buck.
hang on, to say that no one's interested is just the most lazy and
Bro,
wild.
go and look at the
pathetic
attendances
excuse,
this
bro.
week. I saw a man show West Ham Stadium, bro. There was no one there.
There was people there.
How much? What was the
I went
attendance?
Say no
to
one.
Barcelona. I went to Barcelona, Milan
was.
pre-season. It was sold out.
So?
All the American fans saying defense. I was like, yeah. They did a Mexican wave. They did
the
20 Mexican waves in a row.
League 2 playoff final where Crawley and that are there. Ram out.
West
not a
Ham's
spare
game
seat in the
during
house,
week,
mate.
how many people
At
was there?
Wembley.
The place was empty.
Nicky was there. That's all I need to
Right,
know,
but
mate.
if it comes Saturday, it'd be packed. So I'm saying it's
when
not
the big-
because
Nah,
they're not interested.
To say no, it's win it then if you don't care about it that
Every
much.
team,
Should be like
every team in that competition, like Arsenal will sell out a League Cup game, but it's like 10, 20, 15 pound a ticket. They have to come up with ideas to sell it.
Take it to Nigeria.
I'd love
Take it to
That'd be
Nigeria.
brilliant.
I'd love
I would
that.
actually
Take
like
it to
that.
Ghana, bro.
That's true.
I'd love
Take
that.
it to
true.
Ghana.
League Cup on tour.
That's true.
Yeah.
It'd be appreciated.
Exactly.
I'm not saying the final or even the semi-final, playoff, and a final. Do something. You're gonna have to come
We're
up
gonna
with
have to-
So what we should
and
do?
ideas are gonna have to come
So
up
what
with.
we
to
should?
save that.
I'm
Once
warming
upon a
up
time,
to it. What
the
we should
Premier League
do?
was forming was laughed at.
Yeah.
It took a
Yeah,
while
so
for
what
it
we
to
should
form.
do? Everyone cussed it.
Yeah, they cussed
They
it.
cussed the Premier League.
You got to be innovative.
People like
bruv.
you.
Yeah.
Cussing
even
off the
born.
Premier League.
Literally.
Like, well, your dad.
2 euros.
Your dad used to take you
Shots for his
to.
dad.
Dad used to take you to
Leave my dad out of it, man.
the Premier League, right? And now look at it.
So we should treat this like a World Cup and say who wants the hosting rights for League Cup every year.
Yeah.
In Nigeria,
That's
you can have it.
And,
Yeah.
and watch there be
Great
no
idea.
bids. Watch
Great
there be
idea.
no bids.
That-
And then
I-
next minute, you know.
Watch there be no
Millions.
bids.
I'm down.
Even so far, be
You
like,
see
we
team
ain't going to
giving
sell
up.
that
You see,
out.
man, you see man
We ain't
putting
gonna
out
sell
strong
that out.
team, the chairman ringing up the manager, say, hey, yo, bro, we need that. You see the prize money? Put a strong, what's that little idiot team you're putting out? Put out a strong
If
team.
Saka goes down after a game against Reading and derails your title race, though,
Oh, it's
you might not
late.
be too happy with
you,
that.
late.
might get more prize money for winning the League Cup.
Do you want the League Cup over the Premier League?
No, I don't. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Seriously, I'm just saying
We
something.
must move on from
They're
this.
going to have to come up with something. That's a good topic.
Ipswich Fulham, score predictions, quickly.
Ipswich Fulham. Where is it?
At Ipswich, Portman Road. Right, Ipswich have had a horrendous start to the season.
I've had a difficult start.
1-1.
That's what I
1-1.
mean. Not their fault, but
1-1.
one more.
I'm going to give Ipswich a 2-1 win.
I mean,
Yeah.
Ipswich have got to have their little Luton moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Fulham 2-1. Smith Rowe and Iwobi.
Yeah.
That's
The
just
Arsenal
your
boys
thing
are
now.
brilliant.
That's just your
No, but they,
thing.
they stood both of them.
Second.
both of them scored
the
last
England
week.
lineup is out though.
team now.
The England
Alright,
squad
yeah,
is
yeah,
out.
let's get
have
through
it.
this
Let's have
and
this
then-
thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the super chats
So-
and then we'll have England lineup.
Yeah. So score predictions for that. You've gone 2-1 Fulham.
Oh!
Yeah. Rashford ain't in it.
No.
Maguire's back, innit?
My boy Angel Gomez is there
In where?
in the England team.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes, bro, he cooks for Luke Housley, bro, in the under 21s all the time. This is the one thing I wanted. I was like, he's gonna call up Angel Gomez, and he actually did it. I am
mad.
buzzing. This is
So
why
him
I
and
said
Kobe Mainoo are
I
both in
want
the
him
squad.
as my gaffer. Yes, and
I
Kobe
remember
is
when
there.
he was pushing this.
And
I was
Kobe-
confused.
You
Why?
remember when I was saying Lee Carsley, innit?
Chiesa's been
Yeah,
announced
forget
as
all
well.
of that.
That's
Chiesa
crazy.
is now officially
Right,
Liverpool
what's the
player.
kick?
Alright,
Benvenuto a Liverpool,
let me read the
fratello
England
mio.
squad.
Vamos.
We got to
Oh,
go.
the
through
England
this.
squad
Give
is
us the England squad.
Dean Henderson, Jordan Pickford, Nick Pope,
Dead.
Trent.
Oh, wait a
Lee-
minute. No Ramsdale.
No Ramsdale, nah.
Dead out.
Yeah, Trent, Colwill, Gahey, Konsa, Livramento, Rico Lewis, Harry Maguire, and John Stones. Midfielders: Conor Gallagher, Phil
Kyle
Foden.
Walker, then.
Nah, good man. Retire that guy, man.
Yeah,
No,
man.
I agree.
Livermento's in there.
Midfielders: Phil Foden, Conor Gallagher, Angel Gomez, Kobe Mainoo, Cole Palmer, Declan Rice, Morgan Gibbs-White.
How is Angel Gomez getting a chance?
And
And
then-
Curtis
Gibbs-White's
Jones.
in
and
Yeah,
Harvey
good,
Elliott?
because he's better than him.
No, he's
And then
not.
forwards.
He plays in a
Trust
league
me,
that
bro.
no one watches.
Trust me, he's better. Trust
I
me.
can't trust you, bro.
Forwards.
I haven't seen him.
Forwards.
I can't trust you.
Jared Bowen, Eze, Anthony Gordon, Jack Grealish, Kane, Madueke, Saka, and Watkins.
I like this manager.
I like this.
I like this manager.
You know they're
It's
playing.
refreshing.
You know this team
No,
is
but
to
we're-
play Ireland. You know
Huh?
they're playing
Ben
Ireland.
White?
Yeah, Ben White.
White.
No, see, yeah. Now that I disagree.
Right,
I think
so
Ben White should be in
this
there.
guy's
But
No, but we don't
he's
know
brought
why he got
Livermento. He brought
kicked out of the
Livermento
squad
in.
the
I'm a
first
happy
place.
man. He brought Livermento in. I'm a happy man.
Where's Ben White?
He doesn't
No
want to
Kyle
play for
Walker.
England, so why let him?
So there's no Sterling, no.
If that
no,
was Trent,
no
there'd be words
Grealish.
about
Did you say
it.
Grealish?
Let me
Yeah,
just say
Grealish.
that.
Has he gone to him and sort of said to him, you know, he's a new manager who's coming now. Let's build some bridges. Let's see if we can get you back in. Has that happened?
Maybe
I
he's
don't
asked
know.
him and he's gone, no, I'm not interested, mate.
I'm happy anyway because Ben White's fresh from the Premier League.
Yeah,
But
man.
He's then called up
to
James
me,
Maddison.
Ben White should now
No,
be
Maddison.
No Maddison.
No Maddison.
Hey, maybe I like him.
Robbie is shameless, man. This is just shameless stuff. Everton, Bournemouth hard week. You have to feel for them refereeing disasters in the Premier League and the Carabao Cup. Iriola absolutely fuming after the games, but Everton also in awful form, lost 3-0 on the first day of the season at home. They go back to Goodison looking for a win now. I'm gonna go 1-1. Yeah, not a lot.
What team is this?
Everton, Bournemouth.
Everton need a win, man.
Oh, both teams are awful.
Lord,
1-0 Everton.
I hope this ain't live.
Definitely.
1-0 Everton. Where is it? At Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1-0. They get off the mark.
I'm going 1-1.
Yeah, I'm going to draw as well. I don't know.
Semenya, Rice.
They get off the mark.
Yeah.
1-0.
I'll go 0-0.
0-0. Boring.
Wow.
Don't
Boring.
abuse their fans. Don't abuse their players again. Like last
Yeah, true. Morpé's gone to Marseille as well, by the way.
What?
And Federico Chiesa is a red, people. We'll have more on that on the COP TV later on. Looks good in red, though, I can't lie. Brentford, Southampton. Could we see Aaron Ramsdale feature in this game after the move from Arsenal? Don't forget he was pictured at Wembley in the Championship playoff final in a pirate outfit, supporting Southampton.
Yeah.
So it seems like he's going to the
move.
right place for him.
The only thing
Ivan
is,
Toney.
man,
Is he getting relegated?
could be here.
Yeah, could be going down
Championship football
again.
next season.
So for the
I
third
saw
time.
part of that fee. £1 million of it is if they stay up. I don't think they should have included that.
I can't believe he's had to go to Southampton. Like, no disrespect, but I thought he would have fallen into a middle.
But none of the big teams
Where
I
else,
think
though?
were prepared to pay.
Where else?
I guess if no one needs a keeper, you're kind of screwed,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
problem.
'Cause
Because you say middle table, but even Everton have got a better keeper than him.
He was at
and they wouldn't take
Southampton.
him.
He was at the final.
So you're looking at like
Playoff final.
Brentford maybe or
Yeah.
Newcastle. I don't know.
Who do you get? Flecken.
When Newcastle got poached.
Flecken
He's
was
decent.
brilliant at Anfield
Yeah,
last week.
Flecken's
you know.
decent. He's a
Very
good keeper.
Ivan Toney, there's still question marks about his future. Wissa, obviously they had a bid rejected for him. Score predictions for this one, I will go 2-1 Brentford.
Against
Southampton. Don't forget though, Cami Archer scored 2
Brentford.
last night in the cup.
3-0.
Wissa and Mbeumo.
3-0.
I'm going 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1 Brentford.
Okay, fair enough.
Wissa
2-0 Brentford.
Go
Yeah.
2-0, yeah. I think that's all the games, if I'm
let's
not
round up
mistaken.
the super
I think
chats.
that's all the games. There's quite a lot of chats. We're up to SM Talks.
He says Noni Levi called up to England.
Fofana for France,
for
as well.
France.
Cryptic Dino. English leagues are huge because of the international audience. Let fans around the world get an opportunity to support their teams. Brilliant, Robbie. He is American though, and when it comes to football, I wouldn't really
you
trust what
slaughtering
they
Americans,
say.
though?
Well, no, because they want to bring Premier League games to America, and that
No,
can
no,
never
that
happen.
I'm against.
Oh, you're against that one?
I'm against that.
Okay,
I'm
right.
against that. I'm against that. I'm against FA Cup games going abroad. Right, those
You
are
wouldn't
two-
mind the league, but you want to send Bradford
the League
to
Cup.
Vegas
Well, Bradford. How many times have Bradford been in the League Cup final?
once, 10 years ago under Swansea, against Swansea.
Was
Lost
it?
4-0, yeah. Do you not remember?
well, I'm
Laudrup
sure.
won it.
I'm sure that
Knowledge,
they enjoyed
yeah.
the trip. They'd be talking about those Bradford fans would be talking about that to this day. Remember
That's a good point.
Remember we went to New York. Remember we went to.
They'll be saying
Saudi,
we need to go Wembley
Riyadh.
again because it's been 10 years.
Bro,
That's what
they
they'll
probably
be
go
saying.
Wembley as England
I know,
fans
wait,
and stuff. You know,
They're
what I
going
mean?
Wembley. Wembley's
No,
a
but with
regular
them,
team now. Playoff finals.
For you it might be.
Yeah,
Not
regular
for
something,
everyone
man.
else. For you
Even for teams
I'm
down
not
in.
getting into this again.
It's regular.
I'm not doing
Bro,
this again.
nah, but Wembley.
This is- I'm not lying, right? Even Man
For me,
City.
I can't.
Get
I
the
can't
diary
see-
room
Conference
set up,
League.
It's a
Jason.
lower league fan needs to
Not
speak
even
on
I'm going in.
I'll be
Conference
honest.
League.
A lower league fan needs to speak on that.
League One
Yeah,
playoff.
you're not in a
Can't make
position to
Championship
say that,
playoff.
bro.
League Two playoff. They're all at Wembley.
Yeah,
but
but
it's not-
you're
no,
you're
yeah,
not
but it's not
interested.
easy to get into
Okay,
the-
go
yeah,
and ask a
it's not
Bradford
like back
fan what
in the
they
day.
want. Why should a Bradford fan listen to what you think they want? Ask
Do
them what
you
they
represent
want.
Bradford or something?
No, I'm saying ask them.
You ain't got a Yorkshire accent.
I can do one if you like.
I'm sure a Bradford fan would appreciate a trip, right? A trip of a lifetime to some place.
I can't speak for
Bro.
them. I can't.
They go Wembley all the time. Everyone goes Wembley.
Cause-
They
cause-
don't.
Wembley.
They don't, bro.
MK Dons was at Wembley. Flipping Orient been at Wembley. All these teams have been at Wembley.
Yes, because it's.
You just
anyway,
said Crawley
I'm
Town have
moving
been
on,
at
bro.
Wembley.
I'm moving on.
Ain't no
'Cause honestly,
rear
me
thing
and
no
you,
more.
We're gonna have to have words.
I'm being serious.
No, I agree.
Ain't no rear thing no more
But
about
to
Wembley,
be
bro.
fair though, they could say this is elitist talk. You
That's
know
what I'm
I mean?
saying.
Yes.
Elitist.
And
But
it
it's
is-
not
it
elitist
is
because
elitist
those
talk.
teams have been at Wembley.
It is elitist talk.
Stop,
It is.
please.
Back in the
Stop,
day,
stop.
you only went to Wembley. You only went to Wembley back in the day for the FA Cup final. Final only.
It's
And
too
the
much.
semi-final. Let's not lie.
No,
The semi-final.
That was a thing that was introduced when they built the new Wembley.
2007.
Right, to pay for it. So to
Yeah.
pay for that new Wembley, that's when they started playing all these playoff finals, this, all that there.
But what a day out
When
it
an
is
old head speaks.
for them. No, because how about we hear a Bradford fan, a Swansea fan,
Well,
a
go
Cardiff
and
fan.
find one.
I will, and I'm going to collate their opinions and throw them in your face.
You be making
I'm going to
bias
collate
to
them.
that.
I'm going to collate.
But you go and chat to a guy from Bradford and say, yo, bro, a trip down to London to go to Wembley, or you'll be going to the SoFi Stadium.
And he'll be like, I'm not going there. It's too
New
far.
York.
Can't afford it. That's what he'll be saying.
I think if
Get
we
a
ran a
train down
poll,
to Wembley,
if we
mate.
ran a poll of non-league fans, you'd be getting a strong 70% Wembley.
Yes, thank you.
Non-league.
Matisse?
Non-league.
Thank you very
No,
much.
Sorry, not non-league.
Championship League or League
downwards,
Two?
sorry.
Bro, at the SoFi, you can get steak. You can eat, you know what I mean, burritos.
Elitist talk.
But you want to go Wembley and eat their meaty pie? They now got a little happy.
They
shop
love
up
their
in
meaty.
there.
They love their pies.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
They now got. They
love
got
their
their
pies.
little.
Come round,
They
man.
tried to.
Stop this.
Did you see
Sutton?
Sutton?
Pick a mix.
Do you see when they? Do you see when they see?
Haribos.
Do you see when they played
Come round.
Sutton? That guy, that goalkeeper on the bench
With the
eating the
pies.
pie. Yeah, man.
That's what
we
they
want
want.
to go and
The
eat
guys come
steak.
round. See,
Go and
Cam's
be
come
treated
round.
well. You know
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say? I agree.
Yeah.
What, paid $92 for a pint and a burger and then be
nah,
sat in
they're
traffic
gonna
for
be
5 hours?
reasonable.
Nah,
They're gonna
don't
be
try it.
reasonable,
Don't
man.
try it, man.
When
This
they're
is
enjoyable.
this is
Americans
elitist.
and reasonable.
This is
Go
Robbie
places
being
they ain't never been
elitist.
before,
Didn't
man.
you want to go to America in the summer when Liverpool's out there? You wanted to go in
What, for pre-season
He's
tour?
salty.
What did you
He's
go
saying
in
he's
it?
salty because he never.
Pre-season tour.
I wish I'd have got over
You're
there.
comparing pre-season tour to the EFL Cup final. Don't try it, bro.
The attendances are better on the pre-season.
Go to America. Do the show from there, man. Alvin,
I wouldn't mind that, actually.
that's a good idea. We'll do that.
DR Sports going to
Right,
America.
we got to get through these guys.
Any trip to America, anything like that, you ain't coming. I'm telling you. Remember,
What, next World
people,
Cup,
yeah?
send me to Mexico.
Remember.
Trust me.
Yeah,
Send
well,
me
you go to the
Mexico.
next World Cup.
Huh?
You go to the
In
next World Cup.
Mexico,
now?
yeah.
Oh, you want to go Mexico?
Yes, because I speak
Oh,
Spanish.
see?
And
Want to go
Canada as well.
Mexico, Canada, all
Just
that.
fly over.
Bro,
Fly over America.
Honestly, we've got to move on. Alvin says it takes a lot of money for the international fans to come and see their team play at Wembley final, so they should do a final outside.
I'm with you, bro.
Yo, Cams, you kind of look like Anthony Edwards, man. Have you ever got that one before? Says facts only.
I get that honestly, I get that every single day.
Fair enough.
Every single day. It's ridiculous.
One and only says Liverpool announced Chiesa top signing. Ty is going to miss more pay, says Stephen.
Yeah, it's true.
He's gone now. Maddison will lead the league in assists, 30 assists, says
30
Air
assists.
Race. Are you deluded, fella?
It's a bit early to
AGT Bro, Chiesa is in the most decorated club in England. Cheers. Big up to you. Cam's thoughts on Sancho preferring Chelsea move 40 million.
Oh, really? I heard he's
Apparently.
a Chelsea fan anyway.
He is, yeah.
Oh, so he's a Chelsea fan, but Saka can't be a United fan.
Hey, that's not my business.
You
This
see
is
this?
all
bad.
I'm not going to
Nobody's
get into that
nobody's
again. I
things.
ain't getting into it. But
Right, last
You
one.
might get sued
of
at the end
course
of
he
the
wants to
show.
stay in London. He would want to stay in London.
No,
I mean,
you could end up getting sued when the show's
Libelous
Telling lies.
information, man.
Lies. It has nothing to
Contempt
do
of
with
court.
the character.
Contempt of court,
his
bro.
thoughts.
He's a judge in the FCM
Yeah, I'll
court
bring
as
him
well.
to court, bro. I've come
Take
to the
yourself
court,
to
mate.
court.
Imagine that episode.
You should take
His
yourself.
thoughts and his lies are his own.
Who do players actually support? And that's the MC.
All right, last one. Even if you held the League Cup final in Scotland, imagine asking a Bristol or Plymouth fan to shell out 100 on train tickets. Mate, imagine asking them to shell out $4,000 for a hotel 4 hours away from the stadium in America. Anyway, just before we go, don't forget this show is brought to you by the FairPlay app. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to get involved, right? FairPlay are offering new users who download the app with us and sign up a free £5 bet using the promo code DR Sports, right? This can be used peer-to-peer. It can also be used to enter the sweepstakes with big prize pots up for grabs. This weekend, FairPlay are launching a first goal sweepstake for the United-Liverpool game. £2 to enter, right? You wouldn't even spend... That's cheaper than a cup of coffee, basically, right? So get involved. There's 150 quid to be won. And they also run weekly sweepstakes on golf, F1, boxing, and more, right? You have to be over 18 and in the UK. Gamble responsibly. I'm hoping and praying for a 78th minute goal in the game on Sunday, and then the cash will come to me. All right? It's been a show, hasn't it? It's been I don't know this is probably the longest show we've ever done of this show. It's wild, right? Brilliant. So big up to you for watching. Cams, round of applause for him.
Thanks for having me, boys. Thank you.
I might even pop in on Sunday. You never know, my friend.
Maybe.
To catch you. Robbie, big up.
Thank you.
Big up to the Carabao Cup as well.
For how much longer? We'll see.
In England, we love to see it. And Matisse, big
Thank
up
you.
to you as well. Man. Listen, it's been a mad show. Catch us on Monday. I'm looking for a diary room entry as soon as possible because what I've heard on this show is just wild, right?
See, the Nigel Farage of football. You know,
Wow.
What,
What, you?
No,
You are?
No, you, because you want to keep it all in
Anyway,
England.
we can't do that. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you Monday. All the best.